Nerding.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Distance Nerding Halloween special.
Hey! Ooh.
I'm Jackie.
And I'm young Phil.
Behind the camera.
Behind the camera. I'll be there in a second. I'm coming.
And I'm Raider Ray, and I missed the memo about wearing a Halloween shirt, evidently. So,
I'm coming.
Okay.
hey, what you do in your house is your business.
Wait a minute.
You don't have to be on camera. Okay. So, hello everybody who is here or who will be here in the future. Welcome to the first Distance Nerding Spooky Music. So tonight, what you can look, we're not doing sponsors, right? Nobody's sponsoring us. You know who's sponsoring us? Jackie's bank account.
Yeah.
That's who's sponsoring.
But is Jackie's bank account sugar free?
Say it one more time.
That says Jackie's bank account sugar free.
Yeah. Okay. So tonight, what we are going to go over some fun Halloween. We're going to go over some fun Halloween activities. So the 5 categories that we're going to go over, I've lost it, are going to be, we're going to go over some book reviews, some movie reviews, some drink reviews that are both cocktail and mocktail, some snack reviews, and some just festive Halloween decor reviews. You do get a sneak peek. So this is my shirt. That is, you can get, well, link where you can get a shirt like this. I'm blanking on the company that I got it from, but I think it's called, I could probably look it up in my email. But anyways, so tickets, what do you think?
Where would I start? You know where I'll start?
Okay. So some of the book reviews that we have, actually no, because 2 of the books the description. Okay, so we're gonna go with movies. I have 2.
Not feeling James out of the way.
So I have 2 hard copy movies that I like to watch for Halloween. One of them is just the classic Charlie Brown. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's just a cute little movie about finding the meaning behind Halloween, as Charlie Brown always. So there's that one. It includes the whole gang: Pigpen, Snoopy, Linus. I can never remember the Mean Girls' name. Really? A con? Bad. The other one is an oldie but goodie, but the Nightmare Before Christmas. Also a really good one to watch anytime leading up to Halloween or on Halloween. So those are some of the recommendations that I actually have the DVDs for. Some of the other movies that there's some other movies that we would want to talk about. But before we get there, Ray, do you have any Halloween movie recommendations that you like to watch for Halloween?
We have to watch Halloween, actual Halloween, whether it be the original, obviously, and then the second one, and beyond that, they start to get trash. But we kind of went, like, we full on went. So we watched the 2 Halloween, and then was it Halloween Kills? We watched both of those, and then we even watched the Rob Zombie versions of it, which those, I forgot how gory those ones were. But at least, the very least, we have to watch the original Halloween.
You said House on Haunted Hill?
No, Halloween, the actual Halloween movie.
Halloween. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I heard something Hill, and that's what I was like.
No, but yeah, we usually get into like scary movies or like horror movies like into September, going into October, and so whatever you can find on one of our other streaming services, we'll watch.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Jackie. So for Nightmare Before Christmas, is it more a Halloween movie or more a Christmas movie for you?
I would go more Halloween.
It's a Halloween movie for me.
And just throwing it out there, Cam just said he just watched House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects.
Nice.
Both really good horror movies if you guys are into horror movies at all. Rob Zombie movies. Julie Ivanich just said hi, your mom.
Hello, Mother.
Hey, Tyler.
And
My man Tyler Yancey in the building.
Oh, and you guys, I forgot to introduce Spot. This is Spot. Funny story about Spot. I bought him probably about maybe like 9 years ago, and I would have him in my office when I worked in Berkeley. And the first year that I had him, every day when I would show up to work, he'd be in a different place. And I worked for a bunch of psychiatrists, and psychiatrists, they're weirdos in a good way, but they're weird. Anyways, so I could never figure out who was moving Spot at the end of every day. And anyways, I could never figure out who was moving Spot at the end of every day, but it was like a funny thing where like every day, come to work, be in a different place, we'd laugh about it, we'd put him back where he belongs, and then he'd be moved again by the next morning. So one day I was in the back of the office because I didn't want anybody to know that I didn't want any of the patients to know I was there because it would bother me. So I was kind of hiding from the patients, but all of a sudden I heard like a noise like in the office, and I didn't think anybody was there with me. So I kind of got freaked out a little bit, and I looked, and it was one of the doctors moving my damn bird. So I caught who was doing it. It's just funny.
Just real quick, Darren Chibi, no, it's not a real bird, not a stuffed bird.
No.
Daniel Flores said that he has been the entire time.
Oh. A lot of people do think Spot is real. He is not. A lot of times when I bring him to places, people get really freaked out because they think there's a bird in him. But no, he is just very lifelike. He's actually missing toes. Okay, so moving along with my personal with my personal movie reviews, movies that I like to watch during this next spooky season. So I'm gonna start in really no particular order, but I'm gonna save kind of the best for last. Some of the movies that I like to watch are gonna be like Corpse Bride, which is a Tim Burton movie.
Like that.
I really like Corpse Bride. I also really love the Hocus Pocus movie, and I know that it's like right now it's really big. They just came out of the second one. They just came out with the second one after like 30 years. And I have another funny story about Hocus Pocus. It's kind of a morbid joke, but so Hocus Pocus came out in like 1993. I was 5 or 6 then, and I used to go. This happened like twice, but like in our brains, we feel like this happened every time. Is Google paying my bank account? Okay, so I'm sleeping. Anyway, so funny story about Hocus Pocus. So it came out when I was like 5 or 6, and I used to go over to my friend Michelle's house to go play. And this is, like I said, this happened like twice when we were growing up. But I'd go over to her house, we'd play, and then she'd wanted to watch Hocus Pocus. And so we'd go in the house after like a day of playing, and she'd turn the movie on. And my dad would come pick me up, and we would just like laugh about it because it was always when we turned on Hocus Pocus. And so when they released the Hocus Pocus 2 coming out, I messaged my friend Michelle, and I said, I'd like to see my dad.
But I'm
Are we doing a live sound check? Okay. So anyways, it's ironic because my dad is gone, so he can't show up to pick me up. But it's a bad morbid joke. Please forgive my morbid jokes. Okay. So Hocus Pocus Ray, have you seen the new one yet?
Yeah, we watched it Saturday night.
What did you think of it?
It was definitely a movie. I didn't. Apparently, there was an after or mid credits or end credits scene, whatever. We did not wait for that. Like, it was fine. I guess it. I never watched the first Hocus Pocus until maybe within the last 5 years. So I'm looking at it through the lens of being an adult and not like experiencing as a child and having that same, I guess, experience. So for Angel loves it. I mean, anything Hocus Pocus, it's like she'll buy it. She'll buy a mug. She'll buy whatever, the T-shirt. So I watch it because she watches a lot of the crap that she has no interest in, but she knows I'm into. So I figure at the worst I can watch it there, and then I don't complain or I don't talk crap until after the movie, so it doesn't take her out of it. But it was okay. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I'll definitely say that it was fun, and
I want to watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but
it was definitely, I would say it's fun. There was nothing wrong with it. It was fun. I actually think I probably liked it better than the first one, to be honest.
You liked it better than the first one?
I think so. Yeah, but again, I watched the first one, which was probably more so considered a kids movie, as a middle-aged person. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested in watching it.
The only reason why I haven't watched it is because I've been reading books that we're going to talk about, so I've been trying to get those done before we had this episode.
that's right. You read 5 books, right?
Yes. So we are going to talk about those, but just to finish up the part of it. So Hocus Pocus is another good one. And some Nightmare on Elm Street is probably like one of my favorite best horror.
Right. I would be right up there with you on that entire series, but I'd love
it. I believe my friend Katie, who was supposed to, I asked her at the last minute to come on, and she wasn't able to get connected and stuff, so it didn't work out. But my friend Katie, she is friends with our friend of the show, Fred, and Fred actually got her a signed picture of Christie. I guess, are there any other suggestions in the chat?
Yeah, guys, what's your favorite scary movies, guys? And I don't mean that as Ghostface. Like, really, what is your favorite scary movie in the chat?
While we're waiting for those to come in, some of my not so typical recommendations is going to be the movie Rebecca. It's an Alfred Hitchcock movie from 1940, and I believe it was with I'm trying to remember the actress that was. Okay, so Rebecca is an Alfred Hitchcock movie from 1940. It's a story of a young woman who married a fascinating widower, only to find out that she must live in the shadow of his former wife, Rebecca, who died mysteriously several years earlier. The young wife must come to grips with the terrible secret of her handsome, cold husband, Max de Winter. Oh, how ironic and symbolic. He's cold and his name is De Winter, Winter. She must also deal with the jealous, obsessed Mrs. Danvers, played by Judith Anderson, the housekeeper who will not accept her as the mistress of the house. I like anything Alfred Hitchcock. Always like a twist. I think one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock is Vertigo, which some would say is like the worst movie made of all time, or like a total flop. flop. I have to say I probably like it because it's set in San Francisco, but I like that movie. It's also kind of a Halloween movie, not necessarily on my radar. And then I would say my all-time favorite Halloween movie would not be considered a Halloween movie at all. It is a movie called Gaslight.
Jackie actually got me to watch that movie, and it's now been like one of our annual movies that we watch, like our annual Halloween movie. It's actually a really good movie. Also, Darren, the Hitchcock classic movie with the bunch of dead birds that you're talking about is
The Birds.
The Birds.
It's a Spot. It's
Killing
Spot.
Yes. Yes.
It's Spot
Spot.
just murdering everybody in the room.
Is Gaslight the movie about passing the last gas station on the 5 freeway and then realizing there's not one until for about 40 miles and your light turns on? Is that what that one's about?
It's a different Gaslight.
No, but before we get into the Gaslight the movie, I have a funny story about that. I love Walt Disney. I love the words in him. So one day I was walking home from work, and I called my Uncle Terry, because I was like, oh, let me call Terry. And so we were talking, and I think I either was gonna be going to Disneyland or had gone to Disneyland, or maybe no, I was going to Vegas. I was going to Vegas, and he was talking about how back when they built Highway 5, he was like telling me about, yeah, they built this brand new nice highway from San Francisco to LA, and it was brand new, but there were no gas stations. People would run out of gas, and they built this whole freeway with like no gas station.
That's like that planning that.
And people would run out of gas, and then they would have to have like tankers, like just like hanging out on the freeway. Anyways, I thought that was funny. That was hilarious. Just a random factoid.
So Ray, that answers your question. It is about the tankers on 5.
I've been a part of that movie, I think, once or twice, and it's not fun.
No. So
Starring Ray Gilliam.
Yeah, 100%.
Some of us these days are probably familiar with the term gaslighting. That term that is very commonly used these days actually comes from this movie. This movie was not made as a result of the term. The term was made as a result of this movie, gaslighting. So I'm just going to read the synopsis of it, because it'll do it better justice than I can.
Before you do that.
Synopsis.
I had to do it.
Gasopsis.
Might as well begin. Okay, so the synopsis is, after the death of her famous opera singing aunt, Paula, played by Ingrid Bergman, who you know from Casablanca, is sent to study in Italy to become a great opera singer as well. While there, she falls in love with the charming Gregory Anton, played by Charles Boyer, who I believe was did an appearance on an episode of I Love Lucy when she was stalking people at the Brown Derby. I think it was one of the people that she stalked. The two return to London, and Paula begins to notice strange goings on. Missing pictures, strange footsteps in the night, gaslight Clinton without being touched, as she fights to retain her sanity with her new husband's interactions on the device. So what I really like about this movie, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody who wants to watch it, it's one of those movies where you get all these little clues about, like, you start to question your own sanity kind of watching this movie, and whether or not like these things are actually happening to her. Oh, okay.
You guys can hear me fine, right?
Unfortunately.
Is it?
Unfortunately, no. Because
Switch?
she's talking more. I'm going to give you.
Yeah, it could just be me that was.
They call me Two Mics.
2 mics.
So, like I said, it's one of those movies that I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it's one of those movies that really makes
Ruin it.
you really have to pay attention to it, and I do not pay attention to movies. But at the end of it, it all kind of comes together, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a spooky, creepy movie, and it's a black and white movie. So,
Ooh.
it's a non-traditional Halloween movie that I highly recommend that you try as a Halloween movie.
I mean, I think it fits in that category.
I think it does too.
Is it black and white, like it was shot in black, well, like old black and white, or it's like a recent movie but they did it in black and white?
So it was made. It was filmed in 1940, and actually, does anybody know the show Murder She Wrote? Anybody?
Yes.
Okay. So
Angela Lansbury.
Lansbury actually played. She's 18 years old in the movie. She's still alive. She's 96 years old. Angela Lansbury plays the maid in the movie, and funny thing is that she kind of takes this job because she just took the job, and she's just kind of like hanging out in the background, like, and at some point you can kind of tell that like she realizes that something isn't right. But it's like one of her first roles. She's like 18 years old, so this is in 1940, and she's still alive. So, anyways, that's my pick for best Halloween movie. I have a question.
That's your pick for best Halloween movie?
For best, yeah, it's my favorite. I have a question.
Definitely have to check it out.
Did we totally disconnect the other night?
The other two on there?
Because when I start making things, it'll be nice.
Okay, I have another plan.
Okay.
Can I just propose that I'm going to need some writing help, and probably we're going to have to get Dick to give us a hand here, but I like to have a parody to that movie, and it could still be called Gaslight, but it's going to involve flatulence and a lighter, and that's going to be our Gaslight. That's what we're working the working premise right now. We'll hash it out a little bit more detail for next Halloween.
So I guess the one thing that I can talk about the movie that will make it a little bit interesting or doesn't ruin it is one of the reasons why it's called Gaslight is because at the end, once her and her husband start to have issues, he leaves to go to his like studio. He has like a studio or an office or something, and shortly after he leaves, the gas. So there, this condo or whatever in London that they have. Anytime they have gas lighting, so there's no electricity because this is set like in 41 England, so they have all gas lighting. But shortly after her husband leaves to go to his studio every night, the gas lights dim, and when the gas lights dim like that, it means another light in the house has been turned on. So whenever you would turn on a gas light, the gas light would dim for a second and then come back on because that's just
Makes sense. Yeah. The faucet.
And so that doesn't really ruin the movie. It just kind of gives you a little factoid and one way to look at it. It's one of the things that interested me about it.
So what I'm also hearing is there's a chance that is it Dick Van Dyke? He's going to be there with his Cockney accent and.
Oh my God! So I started following him on Instagram not that long ago, and that man, I don't know if he's ever going to die.
I don't think so. He's going to live longer than I am.
First of all, he's like almost 100, and his wife's like 42.
Heck yeah. That's my dude right there.
But I started following him on Instagram, and he's just wild. Okay, so are we in a position where I could make some beverages?
I didn't know there was two mixologists in the family. I mean, Philippe always brags about his blue milk, but you're a bartender too?
I'm gonna try. I went and spent a ton of money at Bevmo yesterday. So
First of all, there is no try.
Okay.
Do or do not.
Hold on one second.
Yes, ma'am.
Do the line. Do or do not.
There
is
you
no-
go.
So while Philippe is setting up this other microphone, so that way I can be hands-free, I'm gonna go grab some of the items. So we're gonna start doing the drinks now. Ray, I'm gonna let you choose which drink we do first. Okay.
Roger that. I'm all for it because I can't drink them.
So the drinks that we have are Autumn Fizz, Witch's Brew, Vampire Kiss, and a pumpkin martini. So of those, which one would you like me to do?
Pumpkin martini is gonna be last. So let's see: Vampire's Kiss, Witch's Brew, and what was the other one?
An Autumn Fizz. That one is not so much Halloween. Like maybe people aren't into Halloween, but maybe they're more into fall than they are Halloween. And I got really hammered on the Autumn Fizzes.
Nice. I would have gone with the Witch's Brew just because so much theme, but I'm gonna go with the other one because of just for the sole reason we can call it an Autumn Fizz instead.
Okay. So with the Autumn Fizz, let me grab my
Autumn Fizz.
So all of these, I mean, like with most cocktails, if you are in recovery, if you live a sober life, you could just leave out the alcohol and you can still party with us. We'll still accept you and love you. So we're gonna start with the Autumn Fizz. I actually wrote them down so I can switch.
Orange, you glad you guys wore different colored shirts today?
Did you guys see Philippe's shirt? It's a Halloween stormtrooper.
Oh, ooh. I have a Halloween Donald Duck shirt I got from the Amazon. Oh,
Not being
boy.
gross. Not gross.
Oh boy, I wish that countertop was higher.
I'm doing it.
Oh boy, thunk, 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 thunk.
It's doing a dance.
Okay,
This is what they do in the TikToks.
I'm gonna
He was
grab.
mixing up a 5-gallon barrel.
I'm gonna grab all the ingredients for the Autumn Fizz. So the Autumn Fizz has gin, lemon juice, agave nectar, sparkling cider, and an apple garnish. So I'm gonna
Ooh.
grab those things real quick. So I will be right back.
Now, Darren Chibi, the movie you're thinking of is Psycho.
Also, my ex.
He's saying the black and white film about the serial killer. Kill a lady in the shower. That would be Psycho.
It's Janet Lee. It's actually
Come on.
Jamie
Halloween.
Lee Curtis's mom.
Did you see Did you see the recent photo shoot she did where she recreated some of the shots? I think from Psycho. That was pretty cool. The movie you're thinking of is re. I believe that's
exactly where that comes from too. But I mean, if we're gonna get into horror, right?
What you say, Willis?
What?
Yeah. Autumn Fizz.
Oh, is that what she's doing right now? Is the Autumn Fizz? This one's delicious.
The Autumn Fizz. She got
we get into horror movies. Of course, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Shining.
I was gonna say Pretty Woman, but I think I misheard you.
Pretty Woman. No, you know the most terrifying movie ever made. Showgirls, absolutely terrifying.
I mean, that qualifies for the same genre that I thought you said. I guess.
You thought you were saying horror
movies.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to do this as how's my sound? Sound good?
You look marvelous.
How do I sound?
Okay. You sound right now. You sound good.
So to make an Autumn Fizz, you traditionally, if you can say that, you're gonna want to use a martini glass, like I have here. Got these at the Dollar Tree. They were the last two left.
Heck yeah.
You can use whatever.
$2 tree.
It's like $1.25 tree.
Hey, it's $1 and plus tax tree.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. So you can use whatever kind. So you can use whatever kind of gin you'd like. As Brenda would say, you can use whatever you like as long as you like it.
Aviation gin.
As Views on the Road would say, you can make it comfortable for your home. So what we're gonna start. Oh, you also need a shaker. Let me grab that and some ice.
Right. So, Cam, you were saying I didn't answer your question. I did answer
my
the question
shaker.
with which guest are you talking about?
I'm gonna pass out if we don't get rid of this shaker. Whew. I wonder if that counted as a workout on my Apple Watch.
There's a what?
Well, you said you needed a shaker, so I went into voluntary convulsions, and I was just curious if it
Takes
worked.
alcohol. Does that count as a workout on his Apple Watch?
Well, it's 2 ounces of gin. So that's. I'm not a professional bartender, people. So do not come for me. I'm just doing my best. Okay, so it's 2 ounces of gin and then 1/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. I don't know how you measure out 1/4 of an ounce of lemon juice.
So the easiest way is you pour some in your mouth, and that's about a quarter, and just spit it in.
I'm gonna say that's about 1/4.
Oh, okay. No, I get what you're asking now, Cam. Cam was asking, is this guest going to be at Grim State Comic Con? Which guest? That you?
Oh, no. When is Gem State? Isn't that next year?
Next year.
I could probably make it next year. I got a lot.
Phil,
of
I think he was saying he was the guest. Him.
He's a guest.
He is.
I think.
Yeah. Didn't he get invited? He got invited to be a guest.
Yeah, Cam's going to be a guest.
Cool. I could go to Gem State next year. Okay.
I could go to Gem State next year. I think I already committed to go to Gem State next year. Did I not?
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. I can be the bartender.
Yes. as long as you use my you didn't, I don't think you heard it, but my measurement for 1/4 of an ounce is you just take a swig and then you spit it in the drink. It's give or take, it's 1/4 of an ounce.
All right.
I got to do this real quick, just for you.
What?
I live, I die, I live again.
I live again. Witness me.
There we go.
What?
And then spray in the face.
It's our drinking bonding thing that we did.
It's that thing we did when we got sprayed in the face. Don't ask. Ooh, off camera conversation.
Okay, sorry. We're thank you everybody who is here for all of our awkward learning curve. But I learned the best on the fly. So while Philippe is going to go get my laptop so he can join in on this fun. So we did the gin, we did the lemon juice. We're gonna do a splash of agave nectar. This is tres agaves. So I'm just gonna do a splash of that. It's fun and fresh. Then you're gonna put this thing on here right here. Okay. And Philippe and I watch Bar Rescue usually on Wednesday nights when we're not here with you guys. And so I'm gonna do my best Bar Rescue shake. That you have to smile.
Do they still air new episodes of that?
Okay. That's about as much as I'm shaking it.
Jackie, do they still air new episodes of Bar Rescue, or is it all reruns?
It's all reruns.
Oh, okay.
This is how watching an episode of Bar Rescue with Philippe and I go. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Oh God. Oh, they're gonna do this. There. Oh, that guy's an asshole. And then they get to the part where they do the big reveal, and then it's always, is this place still open? Every time.
Yeah, Google it. Yep, for sure.
Basically, my job is to go online and see if the place is still open. So.
How's my sound from here? How's my sound from here, Ray? Is it okay?
Yeah, if you've got gas, we can't hear it, so you're good.
Okay, so then you do this, and then you pour it into your martini glasses, and you want to leave a little bit at the top because you are gonna float some apple cider.
We all float
on top of it. I kind of screwed myself on that one. That's okay.
Report it, Jackie.
Okay,
we all float in the martini glasses from the Dollar Tree.
A little extra for the bartender. Okay.
You're overpouring.
That's oh my god. Are you gonna make me throw it out?
Throw it out. Make it again.
No. That's what they do on Bar Rescue, or they have a blowhorn, or they stick Post-it notes on you.
You do it right. You don't do it at all.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Earthquake in Farios.
Okay. So then you just get your favorite apple cider. And you wait for it to stop fizzing. And you just
Bloop, 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 bloop.
just float a little bit on top.
Drip, 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 drip.
And that, my friend, is an
Wow.
Autumn Fizz. And I made one for Philippe.
Yay!
So these would be good. Don't spill it on me.
In the autumn? I'm thinking autumn.
Yes, you could definitely. Oh, I had it when it wasn't autumn yet. But yeah, so you can. You know, I mean, I would say this is like a refreshing. If you like appley, citrusy
It
kind
sounds
of
like it for sure.
drinks, then this is really good. If you do not have a cocktail shaker, do not worry. First time I made it in a blender bottle.
You know what's
And-
really awkward?
and
It's
it
if you take the glass and you get your hand over it, and you're making someone else's drink, and you go like this, and it ends up more on you than in. Never mind, that's my party trick.
So the other day I was making another type of cocktail. Oh, okay. The other day I was making another kind of cocktail, and I was making like I don't know, I call it a ghetto lemon drop because I didn't have lemon, and I didn't have lemon juice, so I was using.
Did you have any drops?
vodka. And I was shaking it, and then I would pour it in the glass, and then I was floating a lime truly on top of it. And
It was a lime drop.
yeah, it was like a lemon lime drop. Anyway, so I did all of that and everything, and then I guess I put the truly lime in the shaker, and I shook it one time.
Oh
and it
no!
floated all over my shirt.
Right.
That's
Okay.
that's a hard Sprite seltzer.
Anyway,
All right, so when I come over, Jack, you two mics, we're gonna stack your Autumn Fizz against Philippe's Blue Milk, and they're gonna go head to head. We're gonna have our own bracket of drinks,
yes, we'll have to do.
which may only end up being 2 drinks, but
You were supposed to come up for when I think we had a carpet cleaning.
I didn't drop it there though. We're good.
You were supposed to come up when we had COVID.
yep.
I was
Full
so
rectum window.
excited because I wanted to take you to this barbecue place.
Dang it!
I
There was
wasn't
gonna
even
be
going to
food
tell you I
involved?
was going to take you.
This is the word. And then you tell me afterwards, I would have gone and risked COVID for good food.
Well, I wouldn't have because I felt like poop. Okay. So let me check my phone and see if Katie messaged me.
Not Jockey 2 mics. I was bummed I missed the sushi place that apparently is quite popular with y'all folks. Uh-oh. Got nothing.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, you said "uh-oh" right when Philippe plugged in his mic, so I thought he just.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
yeah, you said something about after I mentioned the sushi. You said something, but I didn't hear what it was.
Oh, I said it was it the revolving sushi?
I think so. Is that right, Philippe? Was it the revolving
Yeah.
one?
So Kura. It was that's the place that we were all supposed to go. Was this place Kura?
Cool.
Kura.
So the funny part is so I went there with James and Bird,
Right.
and when once Philippe was recovered from COVID, then I took him, and he was so happy.
Oh, it was so good, man. That place was delicious.
Has anybody in the chat has anybody been to like a revolving sushi place? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Are there some that are better than others? Because you went to one in Seattle, yeah?
Yeah. So actually, the one I went to in Seattle, I would say Kura was a lot better.
Okay.
But I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just Kura just definitely a better restaurant.
Years and years ago, I think I couldn't tell you the name of it because it was so long ago. I went to one in Fresno a long time ago. I'm talking like I was a teenager. And that was interesting. That might have been the first time I actually tried sushi. So the whole experience was a little odd to me. I was like, why is my food getting a better workout than I am?
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Man, I just sit and wish I was 25 again.
There's that.
Okay.
So are there more drinks to be had, or was it a?
Absolutely are.
So
Absolutely are more drinks to be had.
So we're gonna split them up between the other things that we're talking about. So
That's called a tease, ladies and gentlemen.
That is what we call a tease.
Okay. So what I would like to talk about and get started on, Katie did send me kind of I have her book recommendations. She did send me the synopsis on the first one.
Oh, wait a minute.
What happened?
He's got a
Synopsis.
So
on the first one.
the first one we're going to talk about is
Yes,
Okay.
you can see it there. Can you guys see that?
Okay. Yes, I can.
So the first one that we're going to talk about is called Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. My friend Katie, it is her favorite, one of her favorites because she brings in her usual detective. I do not know this word. Poirot?
A Poirot?
Poirot?
If it's Agatha Christie, it's Detective Poirot.
Oh, okay.
P-I-R-O-I-T.
Oh, it's because it wasn't capitalized. I thought it was like a word. It seems innocent at first, but has a mystery. It starts as Halloween party for teenagers, and of course, British, so it's awesome. But anyway, I dig it because it is a mystery and a thriller, but lighthearted, if that makes any sense. Mystery, but not with the intensity of murderous rage. Almost like Nancy Drew. Agatha Christie is an easy read, good plot twist, and she's trying. Oh, sorry, I don't need to read that. But anyways, so that's her synopsis.
Synopsis
On Agatha Christie's Halloween Party. And also, anybody who is interested in any of these books, you are more than welcome to go out and buy them.
Oh, I thought we were borrow them.
Do that. Go out and buy all of the books. However,
The Distance Nerding Book Club.
what I do,
We've been trying to make one of those for years.
What I do encourage you to do instead of buying them is, or if you just want to check them out, is you can actually
Steal this book.
No, you can
That's an
go
actual
to
book.
your local library and you can check them out digitally. Like most of the books that I'm going to talk about, most of the books that I'm going to talk about, I downloaded straight to my Kindle from the library. I mean, I got like 21 days to read it. And as long as it's not like a super high end demand book, if your checkout runs out, you can just recheck it out again.
How do you get your Kindle back when you have to turn it in?
That's a joke, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, the funny thing about me in the library is I used to live across the street from the Antelope Sacramento County Library. I didn't realize that at first. And then I was like, holy crap, the library is right across the street. Let me get a library card. And then I found out all these different books that I wanted to read, I could get at the library. So now I haven't bought a book in 4 years. I just check it. You can not only read books, you can check. There's comic books that are on there that you can read. There are movies, TV series. If you're into British shows, they have a lot of like BritBox stuff on there that you can get on BritBox. So if you haven't already, check out your local library and see if you can get, a lot of times you have to have like a utility bill or something like that, but that's not super hard to get. And
just to throw it out there, Steal This Book is an actual book.
Oh, is it?
It's like an anarchist handbook.
My stepdad, I don't know how he did it. I can't remember. how he did it, but my stepdad, so he lived in Contra Costa County, and somehow he got a library card for a San Francisco Public Library. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you don't have to live in the city. I'm sure there's like ways.
I got a library card as a kid, and I didn't have an ID or anything. Like,
No,
I
I
can
know, but
prove
I'm
that
just
I had an
saying,
address.
like when I went, you had to have like a utility bill or something
Mhm.
to
I have a
be able
subscription to Audible.
Yeah, Audible. I had Audible, and I feel like it's. I don't want to say a rip off, but that's what I think about Audible.
James is pretty sure that that spot just moved.
Kura?
Spot.
Oh,
It was
He's pretty
facing. Apparently, it was facing the other eat.
Yeah, it was facing the
So
other
I-
east.
okay.
No, she does not work for Barnes and Noble, nor has she ever worked at Barnes and Noble.
No,
But
Wait.
she's stolen a book from Barnes and
Huh?
Noble.
didn't he?
No,
He
not
worked for Brooks Brothers, didn't he?
no. James worked at
James.
Barnes and Noble.
Oh,
Darren's
okay.
asking if you worked at Barnes and Noble.
Oh no. I've always liked reading, and a part of it is because I used to get my TV taken away a lot when I was a kid. But when I got my TV taken away, it wasn't like, oh, I got my TV taken away. My dad wouldn't take my TV away. He would take the adapter away.
Oh God.
And then my friend's mom showed me how I could just twist the wires together and shove it in the hole.
Nice.
There's a-
Fred said, I remember libraries.
And then when he figured out I figured that out, he would disconnect the antenna at the outside. He would disconnect it, and then I figured out how to reconnect it.
The original disconnecting the Wi-Fi.
Then
Ladies and gentlemen, my wife, the genius.
Then he took away my TV, and then I was forced to read. And then when I lived up north with him and we didn't have TV, I learned I like reading. I remember one of my first books that I read on my own that I chose was James and the Giant Peach.
I liked reading when it was my choice.
What?
Like when I said I liked reading when it was my choice. Like when I was younger and you just got to read whatever you wanted. It was when they started telling you have to read this and read that, and I was like,
He's talking about like when you were forced to read something. So it's like when you read Catcher in the Rye the first time, it's like I don't want to read this because I'm being forced to, and then you read it the second time, like it's actually a really good book.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
So I'm gonna talk about the next book. This one is called When Things Get Dark. It is actually an anthology of a bunch of really weird stories, very weird creative stories. So this particular anthology, it is not it says Shirley Jackson on there. You may be familiar with Shirley Jackson. They are not written by Shirley Jackson. They are inspired stories where authors were inspired to by Shirley Jackson. A lot of the stories are just really weird. So just to give you a preview of without ruining all of it, one of the weirder stories, but the one that I identify the most with is there's a story in there about a young woman who she likes to not necessarily break into people's houses, but she lives in kind of like a camping community, and she likes to sneak into the sense that I got about the community is it's similar to like Lake Tahoe, where people have like cabins, like they have summer cabins and like they don't use them all year round. And so this young woman, she likes to sneak into these cabins and kind of just check them out, like be kind of voyeuristic. And then she meets a guy, they get married, she has a family, and she kind of like doesn't have this like behavior anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so then she gets this, she has like this mom friend who they kind of confide in each other that they have this this weird habit. It's not anything bad or anything like that. They don't do anything weird. It's just like an exhilaration. But anyway, so
Fred's mentioning he really likes the cover.
Yes. Oh yeah. So anyway, with this group of friends who have sort of like confided this in each other, they their kids are like grown out of the house, and they're just like, empty nesters. And so they tell their husbands that they're going to go camping. And what they really do is they found this house like out abandoned in the woods, and the house is like kind of weird. Like it doesn't have any windows in it, but like the heater is on blast. And it's like it's super clean and there's like no dust. And so they end up staying the night in the house, and some really weird things happen, and you have to kind of read it to like find out. It's just, they're short stories. If you don't want to like invest in like a deep dive book, you just want something like short and sweet, like to read before bed, like 30 minutes before bed or something like that, then I would suggest this book. I did not read this book though.
Katie read this book.
I listened to this book. So the other things that you can get from the library is you can download audiobooks. I personally cannot. The only time I can really listen to an audiobook is when I'm in the car, because I'm focused on driving. So it's you could read it, you could listen to it, whatever. Any of these books you could listen to, you can read them. It doesn't matter. But this particular one I listened to in the car.
Nice.
This podcast brought to you by your local library. Please visit us. Please visit us.
Please come and hang out with us.
Okay. So are we ready for some snacks?
Oh, I'm always ready for some snacks.
Okay. So
I love me some snacks.
This body was built on snacks.
Yes, this body was 100% built on snacks.
So we
built this body.
We don't have a lot of snacks just because
on snacks and dinner rolls.
I like to bake and I'm good at baking, except I always screw something up and I didn't want to do it on camera. So I just really did just a couple of very select things. They could be considered simple. Start with the popcorn.
Sure.
Okay. Very simple popcorn. You can buy it in a bag.
Yep, sure.
Okay. You can buy the microwavable popcorns. Like I'll show you. Philippe's gonna grab one. I don't know what we're gonna do. You're gonna have to give these popcorns out at the con.
I know, right? I'm never gonna make these again.
Because it's nothing wrong with microwavable popcorn. I personally, it's not my favorite. I'm kind of spoiled because when I lived at home with my parents, they had a I guess maybe it was a Jiffy Pop, but it was like you put the corn kernels in the oil and then it popped it. It like freshly popped it. This isn't my favorite. It kind of has like the butter kind of has like a film on it. A lot of times it's too salty for me. This isn't my favorite. I could probably eat like a half a bag of this.
It puts the butter in the basket.
It puts the butter in the basket. So I'm not knocking it, but if this is, I personally, I don't like store brand. If you're going to get microwavable popcorn like this, I would suggest getting like a Pop Secret or like an Orville.
Orville
Redenbacher.
I would recommend.
I prefer my popcorn that can burn my house down. The ones that you just, the Jiffy Pop, you have to cook on top of the stove and walk away and forget about it. And next thing you know, that the neighbors are knocking on your door because of the smoke. That's my popcorn. Where you can only eat one piece because the rest of it's burnt. That's my popcorn.
No,
every piece is black and like glossy.
My sister likes burnt. My sister likes burnt popcorn.
Ew.
Yeah, not like super burnt, just like a little burnt. I don't. But
in the summer.
So like I said, there's microwavable popcorn. My parents, they used to have, it was like it's like a bottom part and you put the oil in it and then you put the kernels. And with that one, the reason why it's cool is you could put sugar in the bottom and it will make kettle corn. The one that Philippe and I have that I got him because I wanted him, because I don't like the filmy stuff on the microwavable popcorn. So then I got,
that's the worst.
It's an air popper, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen.
It is
like
magic.
This.
That's me after I've eaten beans. I'm an air popper.
So I know this looks like. What does this look like? A coffee kettle?
Oh yeah.
I didn't clean it before we did this.
Pretty much exactly what it is.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like a coffee pot, right? But it's not. It is a popcorn popper. It is called, I don't know what the exact brand is. It's called Popcorn. I don't see, you could probably find this. If you look up like Air Popper, you could probably, and it looks like this. You could find it on Amazon. That's where I got this. This is the bigger one. You can get a smaller one. But this is what we use for popping popcorn. So
Pop.
So what you'll do is you'll buy like a bag like this from the grocery store. My stepdad used to like to pop. He personally liked the white popcorn. So he would always get the white popcorn. Philippe just buys whatever he wants. And it's super simple to use.
I think yellow popcorn tastes better to me personally.
Oh. I'm just whatever you like as long as you like it.
Right.
Okay. First you gotta take a drink. Are we on time?
I mean, do we have time? Are we timing this?
No.
We're
I'm
an
just-
hour in.
Are we really?
Yeah.
You're joking.
No, I am not joshing you.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Or Filipino.
Right. So all you have to do, so there's this little contraption. Like I said, I did not clean it. Sorry.
You can't really see it on camera, so
okay.
don't worry about it.
So anyway, so you have this little thing, and this works for two purposes. Number one, it's a measuring cup. So when it comes with instructions, please read the instructions. Do not use this as an instructional video. But you basically, you take the popcorn. It has a line on the inside, and you want to fill the kernels up to the line. This particular popcorn popper can comfortably fit two capfuls of this, but for demonstration purposes and because I don't want to waste it, I'm only going to do one. But the piece de resistance with this particular contraption is the butter factor.
Oh, the butter factor.
The butter factor.
The butter factor makes all of the difference, and it is a pretty awesome thing with the way that this works. Basically, what Jackie's going to do here, she's going to demonstrate here for you here in a second. Essentially, she's going to take some of that butter.
So we don't have stick butter. Do we have any in the freezer?
I don't think so.
Probably not worth it.
Ice cream.
No,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
right.
Philippe likes spreadable butter. I like stick butter.
Nope, not gonna do
So
it.
if you have stick butter, you can cut off as much butter as you want. If you want to do a half a stick, you do a half a stick. Whatever you want, as long as you like it. What's the comment?
So our boy Gotham guy, aka Fred, said that whatever you like, as long as you like it, probably needs to be on a t-shirt.
That's Brenda. Appalachian Brenda.
Whatever you like, as long as I like it.
So
Conversely, I live by whatever I like, as long as you hate it. But
if you have stick butter, I recommend stick butter. This is what we have. But essentially, you're going to cut off as much of the stick butter as you like. If you're just beginning and you're just figuring out your butter, how much butter you want, I would probably do 2 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons. Mm-hmm. But essentially,
it's never with popcorn. It's never bad to go with a little extra butter.
So you're going to take the butter and you're going to put it in.
I'm going to butter your biscuit. Uh-oh. That's good job.
No, well, that's why you get more.
See, Fred said spreadable butter for the win.
No, negative.
Spread it on.
Spread it.
This has canola oil in it.
Okay.
You want that all over your popcorn?
What's wrong with that?
I don't want it on my popcorn.
Why?
I like canola oil.
Yeah, canola oil is fine.
Okay, so basically you put it on the top vessel like that.
As such.
And you pop this
Sucker.
mother in the microwave for no more than 2 minutes. Like I said, if you get something like this or you're interested in it, then read the directions. Please do not use this as an instructional video.
Shayla from Oregon said, you butter believe it.
Butter my butt and call me biscuit.
Darren says he smells something cooking. I'll tell you what you smell cooking right now.
It is cooking.
Okay. So when you put when you put this in the microwave, you're gonna put it in for no more than 2 minutes, and you really you don't have to like super pay attention, but you do want to pay attention to how frequently the popcorn, the kernels are popping.
Once it starts slowing down, the
Once it-
cheese you want to.
once it starts slowing down and it's kind of like pop, 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 then
Once
you
it
want
stops popping doing the robot. When it's doing the robot, you want to cut it out.
so you want to shut it off because then because you want that's how you prevent your popcorn from burning.
All right, Darren. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. He's got to go
Peace
catch the
out,
bus.
Aaron.
Listen to
Oh, it's going to be 2 minutes, Darren. No more than 2 minutes. She's been on record.
it. So anyway, we're gonna pop this in the microwave real quick. We're gonna pop this this popcorn
Pop
and then
that popcorn.
any
that
kernels
popcorn.
that are in the bottom of the this vessel, they were duds anyways. So don't try to keep popping it. So I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for
It's a vessel.
minute and a half because I only did a half a spoon.
Um,
I'm gonna do a minute.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I do 2.5 minutes.
No longer than 2 minutes.
I know.
Leave.
I know. She says no longer than 2 minutes. I do 2.5 minutes, mainly
There's
because
not instructional video.
no, well, because every time I do 2 minutes, I only get like maybe a handful of kernels, and it really starts popping at about 2:15. So it's like,
Well, maybe because you're treating like full sticks of butter, it's just cooking the butter and not actually popping the corn.
Could be
kernels.
that.
So what's nice about it is that it butters the corn as it's popping.
It's corn.
It's corn, a big lump of knobs. It has.
Ugh, smoking corn.
I hear a cat.
Yeah,
What's your
he wants
cat's
to be on the podcast.
Is that Bilbo Catkins?
Bilbo Catkins.
It's Bilbo Catkin. Yes, it is.
Okay.
You been eating corn?
All right.
You'll find out later.
else?
And that's why I go
Oh.
2.5 minutes.
Want to do another drink before we do the next book review?
Absolutely would be okay with another drink.
Okay.
Let's do a popcorn drink.
Is in the chat.
Shayla said, that name is so catty.
Where do
Hey, can you not?
We actually met her at
Really?
in Medford at our last show in Oregon.
Okay.
Shayla, you're going to be at
Cosplayer?
Anna Medford this weekend, right? Yes, she's one of the cosplayers. We better see you at Anna Medford this weekend, you and your mom.
You know I
She
love
said,
you,
yeah.
mama.
Hasn't started popping yet.
It's
Because we didn't clean it.
no, because even when I clean it, it makes no difference.
It's not enough butter.
It doesn't start popping until
Oh, there it goes. I added an extra 30 seconds.
so now it's
30
2
minutes it is.
2 minutes, 30 seconds because I put it in for 2.
But
Told
no
you.
more.
Okay. Ya pues. Okay. So in the chat for next drink, we have a witch's brew, vampire's kiss, or pumpkin martini.
What's your
Shayla said,
vote?
but I want it now. But spelled
I
butter.
want the world. I want the whole world. I want to lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolate. Give it to me now. I want today. I want tomorrow. I want to wear the braids in my hair, and I don't want to share them.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I want a party. 10,000 tons of ice cream.
When you say cream, you have to roll the
And
R.
if I don't get the things I am
Mm.
after, I'm going to scream. Okay. Popcorn's done.
The pop.
See?
Burpity corny, burpity corny.
I just did that
What?
on the fly.
What'd you do?
Saying
Yeah, you did. It is on the internet for posterity for the rest of your existence.
it's 2 minutes. It's very, very hot. I chose this.
She said, "Did you just say you want a potty?"
I want a party with rooms full of laughter.
10,000
10,000
drums of ice cream.
Okay.
Your mom just said, "Sing it, Jackie."
Yeah. Okay.
Jackson.
She said, "Now that's just corny."
Oh, okay.
The puns are killing me right now. I love this though.
So There's so many different things you can put on popcorn. You can put salt, and that's usually all we put on ours. We use kosher because we're not gauche.
Popcorn salad, popcorn sandwiches.
Okay, Bubba, relax. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit of salt. Some other things you can put on popcorn that I heard are really good.
Tapatio.
I have a friend who used to get truffle oil and put truffle oil on it.
The trouble with truffle oils.
Truffle, you gotta watch out for the truffle butter.
Mm.
Okay. Some other things you can put on popcorn. That I actually got this idea from my brother, and he got it from something else. And if anybody knows where this is from in the chat, please chime in. But he put Reese's Pieces in his.
Always, yeah.
In his,
movies, always, yeah.
I usually do peanut M&Ms.
Okay, yeah. So you could put candy in it. You could even get like what else? You could put. I guess you could put pepper. So this particular corn popper that we have, you don't have to put any butter. You don't have to put any oil. You could just air pop it. But when I lived at my parents and we had the one that turned, I used to do olive oil all the time. Anyway, so then there's popcorn. It's edible. A little ASMR. It's very
surprisingly tasty. Put some flaming hot Doritos in your popcorn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have Spot guard that one.
Yeah, Spot. Make sure you guard that. So Jack, let's go over the drinks that we have available again.
Yeah, sorry. It's gonna be Witch's Brew, Vampire's Kiss, and Pumpkin Martini.
So, guys, of those three drinks, what sounds the most appetizing to see? What's the one you guys want to see the most? We got Witch's Brew.
Another fun Halloween idea are with pudding cups. And then I forgot the mandarin cups at work. But we're gonna do it anyway. This one's kind of fun with kids. You can simply get like the snack pack pudding cups. You can make them yourself. You do whatever you like, but you just get a Sharpie. This is a blue one.
She said, I like pudding.
And with the vanilla pudding, you can just make some like little ghost faces. That's fun and fresh.
Ooh, we're ready to party.
Yeah. Well, so I
taste like vanilla.
I have a friend who her and her kids. Oh, this didn't make any sense. Give us some eyebrows. Okay. So then you can do something like that. Can you see it?
Yeah, yep, you can see it.
Okay.
It's like the old Happy Meal bucket.
Those are the adult Happy Meals now.
I forgot so you can also get like a thing of like the individual mandarins. I left the what?
Shayla, the puns she's dropping are like golden. She said, "Make it look like my old friend who ghosted me."
If you use the mandarins because it's orange, you can make them into pumpkins. I'm just going to use this as an example. You could just put like little pumpkin faces on them.
No, it's a good thing. No, she apologized for the puns, and it's like, don't apologize for the puns. I'm laughing at them because they're great.
She's just spreading punsitivity.
So
she's spreading punsitivity.
Yeah.
That was her line, by the way, not mine.
Yeah, it was.
So you could do this on the white one, but then you could also do it on the mandarin ones, and they look a little bit more like pumpkins because they're orange.
It's a pumpkin party.
But anyways, there's like that.
Well, it matches your shirt though.
Yes, and then I have a pumpkin on my shirt. And actually, let me give a shout out to
pumpkinshirt.com,
where I got this from. You know what's so funny is when I was looking for stuff, I was like, I'm not gonna buy stuff at Target or Walmart. I'm gonna buy stuff from like small businesses. But then everything I was looking for specifically, I found at Target.
I bought like the Walmart t-shirts for Halloween. They're like $5.
It's like Amazon, right? Like everything is on Amazon. So it's like,
okay, so this shirt I got from fawnclothing.com. So fawnclothing.com. they have a lot of really cute. I'm not a mom, but they have a lot of like very cute like prints, like Mama and Me, like matching like stuff, neutrals, all the stuff that the Instagram moms want. They got at this place.
Yeah.
And this, I just thought this was like a cute, like this is something I could like wear to work, and it's not like bright orange. It's like neutral, but like still kind of fun. So that's why I got it.
Fun and funky free.
It's fun and funky fresh. Okay. So did we get a vote on the?
You know, with all the people talking in chat, nobody voted on the drink. So let's.
Are people talking now?
Yes,
She
people
might have
talking.
voted for. She may have voted for the pumpkin, I think, or inadvertently.
We can do that.
Oh, Witch's Brew. Sounds like it's Witch's Brew.
Witch's Brew. All right, let's go. Witch's Brew.
All right, so we're gonna do the Witch's Brew.
Witch's Brew is probably the one that I wanted anyways. So
Okay.
Same. Witch's Brew for me and you.
So the Witch's Brew is gonna be 1/2 ounce of Midori, 1/2 ounce of, I can't pronounce this. We're actually gonna do this.
is it Contra?
So we have both of these things. So we could, so on these we could either do 1/2 ounce of this or 1/2 ounce of the 1/2 ounce of the triple sec. So we're gonna make both because we're fancy like that.
Remember how you measure the quarter ounces
Yeah,
All
you just
right.
a splash of drop. Just
Yeah.
in your mouth and then spit it out.
exactly.
Okay.
Spit it in my mouth. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, it is.
Threaten me with a good time.
I will not threaten you with a good time because it's not a threat.
Nope.
It's a promise.
Taco lunch.
Discuss.
She's like, discuss things amongst yourselves, guys. You know what I want to discuss is the beautiful ray on ray action happening right now.
Well, that's awkward,
Yeah, look
but
at
it
that.
happens from time to time.
That ray on ray action. And now it's just Ray.
I'm a cat. I'm a cat
Right.
throwing
I'm
stuff off the
surprised.
edge.
I'm surprised Bilbo Catkins didn't knock you out.
He tried climbing onto the desk, but he was afraid of stepping on the keyboard, I think. And plus, I kind of kicked him off. But you in the small corner here, he was visible for like 3 seconds.
Oh, Ray, she said you are a ray of sunshine.
Well, that's fantastic.
Ask
I
Angel. that.
appreciate that. Hey, let's not bring facts into the conversation that makes me look better than I am. Please, let's.
Can we not ask his wife any of these questions?
Right.
All right.
Shh.
Okay.
I'm here for the Witch's Brew, and then I'm gone. Let's do this.
No, don't leave.
No, he has to go. So
Oh,
he's got
okay.
work at 3.
No. Okay. Okay.
I'd be happy
So-
to stay and not go.
That's 1/2 ounce of Midori. Grab that. You know, my coworker's middle name is Midori.
Really? Who's?
I would know what his name is coworker.
Michaela Midori?
Michaela Midori. She'll be so thrilled to know that I announced that on our show.
Absolutely.
I'm already looking her up on Google. Oh, that's no.
Okay, so this
You
is
you probably met her at the wedding, dude.
one. I overpoured. I have to throw it out.
Get
You
the
just gotta drink it. Drink it.
Yeah, she's just drinking Midori now.
Have you shot a blue curacao?
Yeah, no, it just tastes like pure sugar, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Wong likes it.
Okay. And then 1/2 ounce, 1/2 ounce of. Okay. I wanted to do 1 and 1, but I think that's gonna be too much. So, want to do this one?
Yeah. What?
Darren's back. Welcome back, Darren.
Yeah, Darren's back and he's on Twitch this time. What happened to the mini bar? I don't know.
We're doing it right now.
It's hiding.
That already looks fun and fresh.
Adorable.
And then,
It's adorable.
and one. Then 1 ounce of lemon juice. This I gotta measure out.
Oh, this isn't the one with cranberry in it, is it? I thought this
There's
one was.
no measuring.
Vampire kiss.
There's no measuring for Halloween drinks. That's part of the spooky. You never know what you're gonna get.
Okay. So 1 ounce of lemon juice. I think some of these are supposed to be fresh lemon juice. Well,
I mean,
I don't got a fresh budget. So. Okay. All right. John Taffer better not come for me.
Do
she said, hope you're not sour about that.
Your friend's pretty funny.
Yeah, she's good. She's good.
Hey, you pipe down.
Now what we're gonna do?
Hey, tell that hobbit to calm down. Tell me needs to shave his feet.
One flea collar to
Smile,
rule them
Jackie.
all.
You have to smile when you make your drinks.
Okay. Smiled.
Dump it out and start over. Trying to give that John Taffer feel.
Oh, that looks delicious.
It does look delicious. I'm excited for that.
So in the recommendations, it suggests putting, if you want to make it real festive, a piece of dry ice.
Oh,
I don't have dry ice money, so no dry ice tonight. And then one for you.
Oh yes.
Okay, we're gonna try this.
Ugh. It's like alcohol. Ooh, smells
just a
delicious.
peek behind the curtain. It was a little odd seeing you reach across to give him the drink, and I'm looking to just reach to your left.
Waiting for
and
your
hand
drink.
it to him. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly it.
What do you think, Philippe? It's very sweet.
It is very sweet, but it's also more generic than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little more flavorful than this.
I think it could use probably some fresh lemon juice and
He said,
and maybe some like
I have a newt, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. You know when something
wait.
Oh, is that what you forgot? The I have newt? Come on, La Jackie.
No, why do I feel
you know what she forgot? Colita de rana. That's what she forgot.
no, colito. Sana colito de rana, un besito a hoy, un mañana.
Close enough.
Y mañana. No, I think I might have supposed to put vodka in this.
Oh boy, she is Groot.
She said it's a nice Nickelodeon slime color.
It really is.
Oh, pour it on your head and see.
He said, I have Newt. She goes, I am Groot.
I'm Groot.
I am Groot.
Okay, I'm gonna check. I think I might have. No.
I am Groot. I am Groot. No, that's the button that's gonna kill everyone.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, they're killing me. I know it's all the way down on the bottom.
Julie says you're cut off.
Your mom says I'm cut off.
Why? No, that's all it is. It's
are
Midori, this stuff, and lemon
We
juice.
are cut off.
We are cut
Let's
off.
put some vodka in it and see what happens.
Yeah, see? Halloween cocktails don't need no measuring.
This is not brought to you by Costco.
Libraries.
That 100% does not say Kirkland on it.
No. Oh crap. Hold on.
This is Kirk Franklin.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. Only the real nerds are going to get that joke.
Put some body in your body.
Body in the house. Fred said, or it's Ghostbusters Ecto Cooler.
Oh yeah.
There was no smile.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Service with a smile.
I'll throw it out.
Just knock it back. Woo!
That probably tastes like pure vodka right there because it was just vodka on the top of your drink.
It's floated, Philippe. It's called floating the vodka.
Loaded vodka on the top. No, I'm good.
Okay. We lost. Okay.
You don't know what you're missing out, bub.
Autumn Fizz. Thumbs up. Midori,
Somebody else, Sheila.
Midori
That's me.
is a good little like novelty. Throw some vodka on it and have a good time.
Can you make James feel better and call the Autumn Wind Fizz, please? His head's gonna explode.
The what?
He said it's not an autumn fizz, it's an autumn wind. Apparently brought to you by the Raiders.
Oh,
All right, ladies and gents, 3 a.m. is going to come very early tomorrow. So this is
Oh,
very much.
no.
Have a great rest of the Halloween show.
Ray, we love you for coming and hanging out with us. We hate you for leaving, but
my pleasure in both cases.
yeah, no, absolutely.
we'll
Just
catch you on the flip side, Ray.
for real.
Yes,
for real.
ma'am.
She's
See
cleaning
you
the bar.
soon, one way or another.
Jackie's a legit
Oh.
bartender. Look at that.
Look at that.
Got here wiping the bar down.
Gotta do something.
Woo. Good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. No, James, you cannot.
No, James is asking for a recap. Tell him there are no recaps on the Halloween episode.
There's no recaps on the Halloween episode.
Shayla said bye, Ray. All right, bro. We'll catch you later, man. So now it's back to just me and Jack.
I'll drink my green sludge.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a callback right here. Okay, Shayla, just like when I busted my friend that ghosted me.
All right, so should we do
So we went through all the movies. I think we still have books, don't we?
We still have books. We definitely still have books because I still have some. I guess we'll do the decor for last.
Yeah.
Okay. So next up for books, we have. Let me see if Katie sent me the other one because she only sent me the one. Okay. Well, she does have another book recommendation. She did not send me a synopsis on it, but I will share it with you guys anyways. Because I do trust
synopsis.
I do trust her judgment on it, and now I really want to read this book. I don't know much about it, but I'll look it up real quick and give you guys a synopsis on it. It is called "We Have Always Lived in the Castle." It is a Shirley Jackson. So before we were talking about a book that was inspired, stories that were inspired by Shirley Jackson. This one is a Shirley Jackson. And I will read you guys a synopsis on it since Katie hasn't had a chance to. I guess this is also on it's on something. There's like a movie. I think it's called like The Castle. It's on some sort of platform. But anyways, yeah. Let's see. Let me look up the book. Let's see.
So while she's looking up the book here, guys, I am looking to put some more Halloween music on. I have to find stuff that is not going to get me kicked off the Facebooks.
Okay, so according to Goodreads, it says this book is that is an actual review.
Darren is saying he feels like this is too educational.
What? Is he being serious?
He may be.
Okay. 1 second. It's not education.
Oh, no, he's not saying it in a bad way. He said he's actually inspired to go and pick up a book now.
Oh, okay. Because that was the purpose. Summary. I wish I did read this book. But I'm just gonna give you guys a quick synopsis of it. Because now I'm inspired to read it. Okay.
She said, "Hi, inspired now to pick up a book. I'm Shay."
So it says that Shirley Jackson's beloved gothic tale of a peculiar girl named Meerkat and her family's dark secret. Meerkat Blackwood lives on a family estate with her sister Constance and her uncle Julian. Not long ago, there were 7 Blackwoods until a fatal dose of arsenic found its way into the sugar bowl one terrible night. Acquitted of the murders, Constance has returned home, where Meerkat protects her from the curiosity and hostility of the villagers. Their days pass in happy isolation until cousin Charles appears. Only Meerkat can see the danger, and she must act swiftly to keep Constance from his grasp. It says Penguin Classics presents. Oh, this is a Penguin's Classics book. Anyway, so that's the synopsis of the book.
Shayla said a meerkat's in this. I'm in it.
A Meerkat Manor.
No, she said a mirror cat.
Like a cat in the mirror?
Like a cat in a mirror. I do feel like it's a little weird that they named her Meerkat. I wonder if it's a nickname or if they actually named her Meerkat.
Storytelling 101.
Mm-hmm.
You always want your main character to have an unforgettable name.
That's pretty unforgettable.
Yep. I learned that from
Shayla said, how about Penguin?
Penguin. I'm not sure if I learned that from Judy Blume or Margaret Atwood, but it was one of the master classes that I watched. Where that's why like one of my characters' names is Bullet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's not an uncommon name, but it's a memorable name, and that's why another one of my characters' names is Buena. Buena and Bullet are married, but that's besides the point. So that is Shirley Jackson's We Have Always Lived in the Castle. It is a highly recommended book from my best friend Katie, who is a bigger Halloween fan than me. I'm probably into Halloween because Katie is so into Halloween.
And yes, Fred, we're talking about the same Katie.
Yes, Katie. Katie was gonna be on tonight, but she's up at her cabin. If you could call, I guess cabin is probably a correct term for it. And she didn't have enough service to be on, and we tried to dial her in and it didn't work out, and she wasn't at Puffs. So next time. Right. It was kind of last minute. I had thought to have her on at the last minute. Okay. Let's see. Do we want to do the pumpkin dip?
Sure.
Because I need something to
You need some snacks after 2 drinks?
Yeah. Either that or I can do or should I do my sweatshirt?
You know what? Actually, because we haven't done any of that kind of stuff yet, let's go ahead and do the sweatshirt first, and then we'll do the pumpkin dip.
Okay. So we're going to cross some lines right now. We're going to, again, the whole theme of this is, we're not like pushing anybody to buy anything. We just simply want to put together kind of a guide of things that help Philippe and I celebrate Halloween and kind of get everybody into like the spirit of autumn and Halloween and the harvest time and just like the changing of the season and comfy, cozy sweaters and stuff like that.
This is Halloween.
We already went over this shirt that I got, but another shirt that I got, another sweatshirt. It is.
If you guys can't see my shirt, hold on, let me.
Yeah, Philippe is wearing one of them.
It is a Halloween stormtrooper.
It's freaking bats.
Freaking bats, man.
And he's not wearing the pants, but what do the pants say?
I forgot.
It says like, I don't know.
Wait, I don't know.
It says something about like give me your candy.
Oh, that's right. It's one of the stormtrooper lines. Shayla said in the story that she's writing, all the characters have different names except for the important characters. So, like, she has a Onus. Oh no, wait. Annika, spelled Onyca.
Okay.
She has a Kinley, an Ernest, and then there's Paul.
Fucking Paul.
That's like what's his name? Who's the dude we blame everything on?
Ricky.
Fucking Ricky.
Ricky gave us COVID.
God damn it, Ricky.
Fucking Ricky.
Wait, Batman is a stormtrooper? Well, 100% Batman is a stormtrooper. Oh shit, Sheila Brown is in here. What's up, Sheila Brown? Shirley Jackson's The Lottery and the Haunting on Hill House.
Oh yes. I like the movie Haunting on Hill House.
It's actually good.
It's really good.
It was is that the one that's in the mental institution, or that's just the haunted house one?
That's the one where they have the party and they're locked in the house for the evening.
Yeah, that movie's messed up.
I think Vincent Price narrates it. I could be wrong. It might not be Vincent Price, but I think it is Vincent Price.
Oh, Mezzo's in the house, and she just said, "I'm Batman."
Yeah.
Okay. Marissa from Cabaret Cave.
Yes. Oh yeah. Hi, Marissa.
Hill House is excellent. That's from your mom, Julie.
Yes.
Sheila Brown back in the house saying, "Don't watch the TV movie for the lottery. It was cringe."
I feel the same way about 11/22/63. Read the book. Like the book, I didn't finish reading. No, okay, so I loved 11/22/63.
Mhm.
I loved it. It was a Stephen King movie, a Stephen King book.
Is that the one that's on Hulu?
Yes.
I didn't watch it.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I watched it and I watched it and I didn't finish the book. And the only reason why I didn't finish the book is because it's a time traveling book.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mezzo said that book is amazing.
it is amazing.
Mhm.
I loved it but you know how in that book where he keeps resetting time. So he keeps resetting time because he screws up his plan and then
Right.
he'll reset the time. But it got too repetitive for me and I couldn't get past it. I got to the point where he makes it all the way to in the book he makes it all the way to the ocean.
Okay.
And he's out on the beach. The main character.
Yeah.
You don't know this.
No, because the show. This is the show with James Franco, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
I watched that movie, and granted, I didn't finish the book, but I was like, did we read the same book? Because my mom read the entire thing, and my mom didn't like the movie either.
Gotcha. James said, and this is just him doing what he does in transitioning, right?
He needs a recap.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
What's in the box?
So this is a very festive bag.
Also, your mom said great book, and Shayla said it's a big ball of wibbly wobbly stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a very festive bag. This is from a company called Aspen and Company. They have a lot of really cutesy family stuff. In addition to mommy shirts, they also have Nana shirts and auntie shirts and other really cute fun prints and stuff. I particularly got this particular shirt to commemorate Hocus Pocus coming out. So it says it's a bunch of Hocus Pocus. So I'll
giving them a place, and then you see the list of different things that
Yep.
are happening. A lot of them say free and open.
Oh yeah, no, you can clearly see everything.
If you guys don't know already, I live in a bigger body. So I got the biggest size that they had, and what I really like about it is that a lot of times when you live in a bigger body, you cannot find those cozy, comfy, loose sweaters. And what I really like about this is that this is a big enough cozy sweater to fit on a bigger body. Did somebody make a rude comment?
No, James said, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Spot again. He said Spot moved his head.
Oh. So what I really like about this sweater.
Thank you, Shayla. I tell her that all the time. She said you're really pretty.
Oh, thank you. So anyway, so what I really like about this sweater is that it lets somebody in a bigger body have that fall aesthetic of a loose sweater.
Shayla said that sweater is a mood.
Yes. They have all different kinds. I was waiting to get this sweater before I bought another one that is I don't know, what do you call those shirts that just have the emblem right here? They're called something.
I actually don't know.
Anyway, they have another sweater that's like this. And it has a little emblem right here that says spooky time.
Spoopy.
Yeah, it's super cute. But anyways, I really like this one. There's another one that says I smell children.
Ooh.
There's another one that says come we fly. This is a family-owned business.
Come little children, I'll take thee away.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Mezzo said, yay, cozy. I'm a big body person myself. And then your mom just made me feel like an idiot. Polo shirts.
Polo shirts.
Or with the little emblem on the chest.
Oh no, but they're called, I think they're called something. But anyway, so this sweater, I really like it. Like I said, it gives me fall vibes as a person living in a bigger body. The other thing that I actually really liked about this sweater, and I super appreciated, what I will say, a full disclosure on this sweater. The sleeves are a little long, but I think that that's okay. They are a little long, so just full disclosure on that.
Oh shit, Greg's in the building.
He
said,
he's probably hammered from Oktoberfest.
I know, right? He said Jackie with like 20 exclamation marks and said, I just came on to say hi.
Hi, Greg. Thanks, Greg.
Oh, James wants me to go get the Golden Girls blanket, but I mean that's not
Halloween.
That's not Halloween, dude.
That's for another day. So like I said, one of the full disclosures I will say is that the sleeves are rather long. I think the sleeves probably could have been a little bit shorter, but if you roll them in or roll them out, it probably should be fine. But one of the things that I actually really do love about this sweater, I'm going to turn inside out.
James said, amok, 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 amok.
I'm going to turn it inside out. This is one of the things that I was kind of concerned about.
Is that fleece on the inside?
It's not fleece.
It's not?
It's actually not fleece. You know how, so one of the things I really like about this is, you know how you have, like, you get brand new sweaters and they're super soft on the inside, and the first time you wash them, you lose all this softness.
Yeah. Okay,
you lose it all. And then you have like your favorite sweater that you've worn for years and years and years, and it's worn in, and it looks like this. Looks like this.
James said that looks like it'll fit John Mez 5000.
Yes. So that's what I really like about the inside of this sweater, is that it did not come with that super soft, fuzzy stuff, because you only get that super soft, fuzzy stuff the first couple of times you wear it. And then you wash it and then it goes away, and then you eventually are left with this anyways. And that's what I really like about this, is that you kind of get that already like lived in wash, that already washed, lived in texture to the inside of the sweater right off the bat.
Shayla said inside out, up and down, side to side.
Yeah. So anyway, so that is the Hocus Pocus. It's a bunch of Hocus Pocus. This is a 3X. And if any of y'all have met me in person, you will know how comfy this is on me. But I recommend this. It's Aspen and Company. They have a lot of really cute, fun designs. They also have a lot of like mommy and me. I think they even have like some auntie and me stuff too. So check them out. They have t-shirts, they have sweaters, they have accessories. They're a family-owned business. Even with Hurricane Ian, they got this to, and they are on the East Coast. Even with Hurricane Ian, they were able to get this to me on time. So
wow.
Yep. So that I recommend them.
That's actually pretty impressive.
The same for this company too. This company I think was out of Virginia Beach.
Oh yeah, they're like right on the tail end of it.
Yeah, and they were able to get this to me pretty on time. I did pay for the and it wasn't that much. It was like $8. I did pay for like the priority shipping, so that way I got it in time so that we could do this.
Shayla said it's a pretty awesome sweater.
It is. They have a lot of really cute designs in there. They have like, all that different kind of stuff. So I recommend checking them out. So that's Aspen and Company. Somebody else have a comment?
Fashion show at lunch.
Oh, geez.
From James. Shayla said, you $8.
I did. I love venison as a rule. I like venison jerky.
I had a friend when I was in the Army. His wife used to go hunting. Yeah, I had a friend.
You have friends?
I have friends. When I was in the Army, I had a friend that his wife, so he would go hunting, and his wife would make, like different things out of the venison. So she would make fresh venison sausage, fresh venison jerky. And like we would just like eat that at work all day. So good.
Yeah. One time, so whenever
friends, what are those?
Yeah, friends. The ones you can depend on.
Friends. How many of us have them? Friends.
Pumpkin dip. Okay.
Let's do it.
So
ones we can depend on. I'm sorry, I had to finish the line.
While I'm finishing up my witch's brew.
She said ghosted again.
Do you think I'm gonna have a hangover tomorrow?
With all this sugary stuff, probably.
I'm only having one of each. Okay. So the next thing that and then really quick, just because I have a bonus decor item and it's right here in the kitchen. Philippe's mom. This is probably like the nerdiest thing in this whole Halloween special that we're gonna get to, other than Philippe's Stormtrooper shirt.
Yeah.
Philippe's mom actually got us these dish towels / oven mitts.
Yeah, she surprises me sometimes. You know, I think what my mom tends to do is anything that looks like nerds would like it, she just buys it, whether it makes sense or not. You know, so she actually got me. She just saw Captain America was involved. She got me a print of the very first Captain America comic book. You know, down a little bit, right there. So that's what my mom got us. Go ahead and explain it.
I mean, it's not really much to explain. It's Baby Yoda with freaking pumpkins.
Yeah. Shayla said, I just noticed that there's a Raven / Crow on there, and it's awesome. That's Spot. That's who we've been talking about the entire episode. There's about 3 people in the chat that are swearing up and down that Spot's been moving.
Dr. Fitzpatrick in the house. Anyway, so it's like an oven mitt and a dish towel. They are thick and sweet. They have pumpkins and Baby Yoda, Grogu, whatever his name is.
Yeah, thankful to be so cute.
So I'm gonna put this back up. Okay, pumpkin dip.
Pumpkin dip. I'm ready.
Yeah, I keep thinking about there are worse things we could do spending our money.
I know, right?
Watching Bar Rescue. Pumpkin dip.
She said their vision must be spotty. She said 100%. No, yeah. So, like I said, my mom just by accident got me a print that I can put on my wall of Captain America.
I didn't realize it said this. This is thankful to be cute.
That's what I said. I said that. And then she also just got me it's a aluminum it's like stamped aluminum, but it's of the 66 version of like the Adam West version of Batman. So again, you know, my mom hits it sometimes. Sometimes it's like I don't know, but then sometimes it's like it's actually pretty badass.
All right.
Beam me up, Spotify.
So next,
beam me up, Spotty.
Next up on the Price is Right, we have some pumpkin dip.
The price is wrong, bitch.
We're gonna make some pumpkin dip.
Oh, now this is exciting, guys, because from what I was reading when she was showing me the recipe, it's similar to like a pumpkin cheese, like a cheesecake.
So, Philippe, when I first moved up to Sacramento, I had a coworker who made this similar kind of dip. It's a sweet dip. What comments?
Shayla with her puns.
Oh, okay. Keep them coming. There is a dip that Philippe and I have made in the past that one of my coworkers made when I first moved up here that I really liked. It's like a dessert dip. The one that my coworker made was cream cheese and marshmallow puff.
So good.
You blend it together with like a little bit of vanilla. What else was it?
Some sugar.
Was it just that and some sugar? And then you eat it with graham crackers. Oh, and then you put chocolate chips in it.
Oh, that's right.
Put chocolate chips in it. And then you eat it like a dip. And that was super good. My phone died at the store. So I couldn't remember I didn't remember what the ingredients are. So I panicked and bought marshmallow puff.
I just got some marshmallow fluff. Because why? Because why not?
I mean, how long is it good for? Like, really?
Marshmallow fluff? Like a million years?
I mean, it's good. Oh, this actually isn't good that long. It's good till January 2023. Holidays are coming up.
Looks like we're using that for Thanksgiving.
But
we're making a pie and we're putting it on top of the pie.
Okay, so this is for our deaf listeners. Making a pie. Beer. I also know how to say I'm black and I'm proud.
Okay, James Brown.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let me go back here.
Sorry.
That's fine. Shayla said fluff. It makes you want s'more.
Some more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
It's so fluffy.
So with the pumpkin pie dip, and just full disclosure, the only reason why I know how to say it in sign language, I'm Black and I'm proud, is my mom's friend, her parents were deaf growing up, and I was telling my coworker, my supervisor at the time, I was telling him a story about her, and he said, "Oh, she knows sign language," and I go, "Yeah." He goes, "How do you say I'm Black and I'm proud?" And I said, "I'll find out for you." And so I found out for him, and that's the only reason why I know how to say that.
James Brown.
Huh?
James Brown.
Yeah.
Say it loud.
Okay, so this calls for 8 ounces of cream cheese, a cup and 3/4 of powdered sugar. We ain't doing that. We're halving that. That's too much sugar. I don't care who you are. We're halving it. Most of the time in baking, you don't want to like screw with the whatever, but I'm going to screw with the powdered sugar. And then, you know what's crazy about this?
Huh.
Is it's a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And then
We have ground ginger, don't we?
And then a pumpkin crap. Oh no, sorry. And then 2/3 cup of canned pumpkin.
Any nutmeg?
No nutmeg because it has pumpkin pie spice.
Then that's where it gets the nutmeg because pumpkin pie spice has nutmeg in it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do 8 ounces. I'm just gonna make the whole thing, and we're just gonna eat it for breakfast. And that's just what we're gonna do.
Give me some sugar.
All right, Philippe, go ahead and talk while I do this.
All right. Shayla said, "Ginger." Backs away slowly.
One of the suggestions it actually gives is like so I bought cinnamon graham crackers because I like having cinnamon graham crackers and milk for a snack,
That sounds
like
very
a dessert.
delicious. Yeah.
So that's what I got. But some of the suggestions that it was, so I also got apples. We can slice up apples and use apples to dip it.
Nice.
As like I mean, you're already eating all this crap. It didn't really matter, but like it's like a healthier alternative. Little some extra fiber in your diet. So anyway, so you as like I said, as Brenda would say, it's whatever you want. It's whatever you like, as long as you like it. If you want apples, use apples. If you want graham crackers, use graham crackers. This life is short, and everything in moderation. Gotta listen to your hunger cues. Okay, so this is 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're gonna dump that in the KitchenAid mixer. If anybody wants to know what I did with my first stimulus, I bought a KitchenAid. Okay. What?
No, I'm sorry.
Is it a pun?
Shayla's really good at this, right?
At puns?
Yes. She says, it's okay. I'm a ginger who likes ginger ale. Does that mean I'm a cannibal?
No. You know what's funny is when I saw that it had ginger in it, I was like, how can I be like, where my ginger's at?
And we got one watching the show right now.
Okay. So
Plus, I mean, we could have just called April and be like, hey, April. She's the ginger.
Okay, so I got 8 ounces of cream cheese. Now we need 2/3 cup of canned pumpkin.
I'm a ginge. Or as was said earlier, I'm Batman.
I don't know where the third cup thing is.
Can you be May just so we can say it's gonna be May?
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. Can't find the 2/3. Can we find a 1/3?
No, I found a 1/3.
All right. She broke it. May the 4th be with you.
So this is pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling. I did buy some pumpkin pie filling mix because my phone died and I didn't know which one to get. So this is what I got. So you want to do two-thirds of a cup. Like I said, I'm a really good baker. I just don't pay attention and I screw up a lot. So funny story. What?
Shayla said, may the 4th be with you. And Fred said, and always with you.
So So, funny story about baking. This is one of my favorite stories. So, my mom and I were making this is a long time ago. We were making, I don't know if we were making a pumpkin pie or no, we weren't making a pumpkin pie. We were making like an apple cobbler or something.
Mm.
And couldn't find a pie dish. Tearing up the house, tearing up the kitchen looking for a pie dish. So I was like, well, screw it. We're just going to use a meatloaf pan. So we get everything in the meatloaf pan. We get it all cobbled and stuff. Stick it in the oven. And my mom goes, oh, the dog needs some water. Fucking pie dish was under the fucking dog water bowl.
Oh,
No, I'm just saying, like, we could have washed it or whatever. But it was just so funny how, like, after all of that,
that's where it was.
that's where it was. It was under Lily's bowl. You believe Lily's been gone for 3 years?
It's hard to believe.
Life goes
Rest in peace, Lily. We miss you.
Lily was my dog. My dad randomly came home with her one day, and the rest is history. And she hasn't been around for 3 years now.
She was an old lady.
Yeah, she was a lab mix, and she lived to be 17 and a half. So my biggest recommendation with dogs is that feed them good food, because she definitely pepped up once I started feeding her not the $20 bag of pedigree.
Right. Start spending a little more money on the dog food.
Yes.
Giving her a little bit better. I mean, that dog was still doing backflips at like 15.
Okay, not 15, maybe 11.
Yeah, but I mean, she was still pretty peppy for a dog her age. Shayla said, that sounds like me looking for a souffle pan. I go out and buy one only for my mom to come home and show me that she has the same pan in the cabinet. I looked all over for.
Damn it, Bobby.
And then she said, God damn it, Bobby. And then she said, oh, Lily. And then your mom.
My mom said Lily.
No, your mom. Oh, well, Shayla said, oh, Lily.
Yeah.
But then your mom said, best dog.
She was a pretty good dog.
She was a pretty good dog.
She was a good dog.
Lily was pretty awesome. I used to love hanging out with Lily. She was a good girl. She was the best girl.
All right. So I did the pumpkin. I need to do the gin.
Oi, you have to do ginger, huh?
We still have a couple of drinks. This is gonna be a long episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oi, what are you doing, huh? You need a little bit of ginger.
It's fine. It's okay. We're having fun, right?
Hello, puppet.
Okay.
She said her dog has a garbage problem.
A garbage problem.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
He likes to eat garbage.
Maybe.
I mean, Lily liked to eat garbage too. So okay.
Lily liked to eat your beef jerky.
Oh my god. So long story short, I went on a trip, and I like to bring snacks when I go on trips. That way I don't have to always spend money. And three quarters of a teaspoon. How do you measure out 3/4 of a teaspoon?
I think we actually have a measurement for that.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think we have a 1/4 teaspoon. So
Ain't nobody got time for that.
you're just gonna do a whole teaspoon?
No.
Hello, puppet.
It seems like 1/3 quarter cup.
She said that sounds jerky.
Okay. So I have 8 ounces of cream cheese. Okay, I only put a little bit of powdered sugar in there. I put enough to make it good.
I didn't even see you put the powdered sugar in there.
Huh?
I didn't even see you put
I
the
just
powdered
kind of
sugar
sprinkled it in there. You'll see it when I show you. I put the canned pumpkin, a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. Put a whole teaspoon. It's gonna be a little gingery. I told you, like, I'm a good baker. I just make mistakes. And then 3/4 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. So this is what it looks like.
Why is it why is it a
Can they
teaspoon
see?
when there's no tea?
Can the people see?
Yes, they can see.
Okay.
Did you not hear my question?
What?
Why is it a teaspoon
Because that's
when
what it
there's
says.
no tea?
I don't know. Is that Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, I just did that voice.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in.
He said pauses for ginger reaction.
I'm gonna put this in the mixer.
No, I'm going for, since we were talking about Dick Van Dyke, I'm going for a bad British accent. And you guys can hear her mixing back there.
Oh, it smells so good.
Does it?
Oh my god, it smells like pumpkin pie.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, it smells so good. I have to scream. It smells so good. It smells like a nation's
So this doesn't work without the pause, but Shay goes, "We love Dick
I love Dick.
Van Dyke."
Oh my god, this smells so
Hello there.
good. It smells so
Hello,
good.
hello, governor.
Oh, I'm so excited about this.
Oh God. When Jackie's excited, you usually know it means it's good.
I didn't lock down the thing
Oh, Bert. You know, there's a rumor out there. We were talking about it maybe like a week or two ago, but there's a rumor that they're doing or they may do a Bert origin story movie.
No, that was me.
Was that you?
I posted. I said, "What?" I said, "What if Disney made a Bert origin story?"
Oh, that's what it was.
Want to smell this? You want to lick the spoon?
Do I want to lick the spoon? Yeah, I want to lick the spoon. Oh my God.
Smells so good. With graham cracker. You guys should see Philippe's face right now.
No, I definitely need sugar.
More sugar. Okay.
I definitely need sugar. It
Okay.
has like it almost has no flavor to it because of it.
Okay. Do you think I need to add more spice?
No, it's the sugar's the only thing it's missing. Did you taste it? Taste it.
It tastes good to me. I put more sugar in there.
I saw that.
Dumped it in there.
It is flavor wise, it is very good, guys.
I like natural flavors of things.
She said it would be nice to see how him and Mary met.
Or how they met.
That's
I
what she
feel
said.
like he was a kid that she nannied. What do you think?
She said, "Imagine if this was in 3D, the hand would be coming right at you when you were passing me the spatula."
Oh.
Hello, governor.
It tastes just like pumpkin pie to me.
The best thing ever would be if they did a Dick Van Dyke origin story. Not Dick Van Dyke. They did a Bert origin story, and there was an explanation as to why his accent was so bad.
No, okay. Hold on.
I think that would actually be funny if they like explained like his accent is bad because X, Y, and Z. And then they could explain why, you know, in some scenes of the movie he didn't have an accent at all. The reason he doesn't have an accent is because he grew up with Oliver Twist. Thank you, sir. Can I have another? Thank you, sir. Can I have some more?
Okay. So who in the chat thinks that Bert was one of Mary's former like
Right,
charges?
because she was like magic and lived forever. Obviously, because
Well, how do you think, like, because they knew each other? How do you think that they knew each other?
right. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo.
Or do you think he was like a Manny?
She said she was thinking Artful Dodger.
Okay. Remember we were watching Bar Rescue the other day, and
There was a bar called Artful Dodger.
What is the Artful Dodger? Because they did allude to that it was Oliver Twist.
Mm-hmm. She said that she doesn't want to think that because she low-key shipped them together, but it's probably true.
Wait, they low key what?
She low-key shipped them together.
What does that mean?
You don't know what shipping is?
What does that mean?
Shipping is like where you like create a fake relationship between two characters.
Mm.
So you know when people do like when Kim Kardashian and Kanye West got together, they were like Kanye Dashian or whatever. When people mix names like that, right? Kimye when they do shit like that.
Yeah.
That's ship names.
Mm. Sorry, this graham cracker kind of fell apart, so now I'm just making it a.
Yeah. She said shipping and handling. Is it amazing?
I mean, I think it's very good. I think it tastes just like a pumpkin pie.
I'm gonna need you to pass me one of those there.
Mijo, you want me to serve you?
Sí, por favor.
I think it's pretty good. It's not bad. It tastes just like pumpkin pie. It needs to be chilled a little bit.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
What do you think? I mean, it's good by itself, but what? I don't know. I guess it just needs to be chilled a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Taste wise, it's amazing. It looks like cheese.
Mm-hmm. It kind of does, huh?
Mm-hmm. It is very good, guys. And you saw how fast that was to make, guys. I mean, like, really easy thing to do. The over gingering made no problem to it.
They probably could use some more ginger.
Shayla said, "Can she have some?"
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely can. All you have to do is buy Jackie's cookbook.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator.
She said, "We all need to chill." I like cheese. So do we. We all love cheese. More ginger, obviously, because she's a ginger. She said she's right here. I guess the next thing would be, do you have any friends?
No. That's a triggering question.
Why? We'll talk about it later.
Talk about it later. Oh. No, we didn't try it.
Oh, the apple.
Apple.
Let's do it.
I think this would be better like chilled.
And then once again, ghosted.
No.
She said, "But you're my friends." We are. Shayla, we are your friends. And if no one else does, we love you. Spot loves you. If you're wondering, whenever I say Spot, who Spot is our friend right there in the black. Right there. Now he's trying it. There's actually some on his beak. It's weird now.
Okay, well now we're trying it with apples.
Approved.
There's another one that I made recently. Oh,
She said his name is now Spartacus.
if you want to do the so don't do the pumpkin, but if you want to do the what's really good is if you want to whip the whipped cream, whip the cream cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and then put caramel on top of it,
That's right.
and then do the apple. That's really good. I've done that recently.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Some people won't be a fan of the pumpkin apple mix.
She said actually the apples look like they would be good. She would be whipped after that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We got Vampire's Kiss.
We'll do that, and then we can talk about. Okay, I gotta clean up my work area.
That's right, because you don't want Taffer to walk in here and yell at you.
Okay. So while I'm cleaning up, I will talk about.
Kiss, kiss, fall in love. I mean, that's what happened with us.
No, it was not. Okay.
Yeah.
Ray Bradbury, The Halloween Tree. Has anybody read it?
Real quick before you guys answer that, Shayla. Hopefully, I will be cosplaying this weekend because I wasn't able to cosplay at the last show. So, I was working from the beginning of the show to the end.
Nobody cares about you. Can you see them as the sign?
She said she has not read anything from Ray Bradbury. Yeah, we can see the sign.
Okay. So to make this interesting and fun and fresh, last two times that Philippe and I have been to Disneyland has been during Halloween. The last time we went, I had this bright idea that we would do something unique for each other. Like find something within Disney that neither of us have ever done before. And I found free things because I'm frugal. I'm freaking frugal. But Philippe actually got us tickets. So Philippe got us tickets to do the Halloween walking tour where you have a guide and they take you throughout the park and they tell you all these different fun facts about Halloween. It's very actually similar to the premise of the Halloween tree, and they actually have a Halloween tree there in Disney right outside the Golden Horseshoe Saloon. But the Halloween tree was like a fun little read. Has anybody in the chat seen the Halloween tree before? Anybody? Not seen it, but read it. Or seen it if you've been to Disney.
No, nobody's actually seen it.
So, essentially, in the book, there's a group of 8 boys, friends. They're friends. They are getting ready to go out for Halloween night, and it's very like Christmas carol-y in the sense of the 8 friends. I couldn't figure out why there were 8 of them. I'm like, that seems like a lot of kids to have to deal with, even for the Grim Reaper.
So they're boys?
Yes. So ultimately what happens is the Grim Reaper shows up and he takes them on a tour of the world and kind of shows them how different cultures celebrate death, express death, that kind of a thing. Takes them to Egypt to see the pyramids, takes them to Mexico to see Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, that thing. And
the Day of the Dead.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a journey and to kind of like see different like culture, how different cultures celebrate and express death. I did not read this book. I listened to it. Philippe and I were listening to it together in the worst traffic of our lives. And I was so anxious about being stuck in traffic I just turned it off. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It was really, really bad traffic. Because anyways, it was really bad traffic. We were on our way to the pancake breakfast.
Said, well, then you need to book it then.
Yeah. Is that Sheila.
Mm-hmm. Shayla,
Shayla, sorry.
because there is a Sheila in the chat.
Oh. Anyway, so I would recommend that. I'd recommend that book. It's very Christmas carol-y.
She said she likes pancakes.
Pancakes are good. We had a pancake emergency.
We had a pancake emergency. That was the thing.
Pancake emergency. Okay. I like it.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
Yeah, so there's a old World War II victory ship that they have pancake breakfast pretty regularly, and I try to get tickets for all of them. We don't always get to go to them. The last one I tried to go to was in May. We had COVID, so I couldn't go. Then we went to this last one. It was Aloha. It was like an Aloha one where like they encouraged you to wear Hawaiian shirts. I didn't have one, but Philippe wore a Star Wars one, and the guy goes, so we get up there and Philippe's like, yeah, I'm wearing my like Hawaiian shirt and it's Star Wars. And Philippe was all impressed that it was Star Wars. And he goes, the guy who's checking us in, he goes, well, I guess it's not vintage. I was like,
well, I don't have vintage, okay?
I was like, but it's creative. Anyway, so yeah, so Ray Bradbury, The Halloween Tree. It's a cute little coming of age type of book. Again, like I said, I didn't read it. I listened to it in the car on the way to work. But it is one that I would recommend. You'll learn a lot from it. So there's that. We did that one. I guess we're on our last book. Should we do our
Vampire's Kiss?
We still have 2 more drinks.
The Vampire's Kiss is the one I really want.
Okay, so let's do that one. Okay. So that one is, let's see. Move this out of the way. Clean up my workspace.
Keep it clean, Jackie. Keep it clean.
I try. All right. So for the Vampire's Kiss, that is going to be, it's 1/2 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of chamois. I don't know.
That's how you say it. Chamois. That's how you say it. Chamois. It's this French crap.
Yes. So when I was reading the description of this, it said how vintage and how like medieval it looks, but it's only been around since the 80s. I don't know why I thought that was funny, but I did. So so 1/2 ounce of this, 1/2 ounce of 100% cranberry. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I went to the store. They had like individual bottles of 100% cranberry that had like 19 grams of sugar. Or they had this, it's called pure unsweetened cranberry. Ooh. And it only had 9 grams of sugar. I personally like things a little dry, so that's why I chose to get this. I don't like super sweet things. But you know,
except me.
As Brenda would say, do whatever you like as long as you like it. Right, Spot? Friend. Anyway, so you're gonna use that.
She said dry humor is the best.
100%. Okay, so you're gonna do that, and then 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, and then 1/2 ounce of grenadine, and then you're gonna rim the glasses with sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get it cracking.
So you need the lemon juice, and the grenadine, and some vodka. Some vodka.
We are not sponsored by Costco.
No.
And then some rimmed sugar.
We want the vodka. Grenadine sounds like a grandma's name.
I didn't know it was pomegranate. I thought it was cherry juice.
Hmm.
Did you know that?
I did not. I also thought it was cherry juice. Didn't know that. The more you know.
Sugar. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, honey, honey, na 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 na. You are my candy girl.
And you got me.
She said, "You don't want to take your palm for granted." Oh, you just spilled sugar everywhere?
Not it.
Oh no. Oh no.
This.
Oh, Darren's back.
Oh, Darren in the house. Ba, 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 ba.
He said he made it home.
Oh,
Darren,
good.
we are happy you made it home. Just for that, I am going to let the whole world know we're excited that you made it home. Oh no. He said, I didn't know you guys were still on. Whoa, don't fall,
No,
Jack.
I slipped on my shoe.
Oh.
I'm not that drunk. Wish I was, but I'm not.
Shayla, cheers and ginger.
Wait, what?
Because I did like a cheer,
Oh, yeah.
right? And she put cheers and ginger.
Alright, I'm just gonna.
It's a different language, ginger.
I just did a little wipey wipe.
Little wipey wipe.
Little wipey wipe. A little rinsey rinse. A little wipey wipe. Guess I'm gonna rim these.
Or as the
Ooh.
French would say, lick the butthole.
I need some moisture on there.
It probably is some type of moisture you got to put on there. You
I'm not a professional.
you have to rim it.
Not a professional, guys. That looks a lot better.
Oh yeah. We are from a different planet called Red Gusta. More cocktails. Cheers.
Okay.
Oh, Shayla said, or as the French would say, le butthole.
Laid in.
Butto.
All right.
Liverpool. Took you an entire 3 minutes to make a cocktail.
Yeah. That did. Yes, it did. Okay.
You should be making 2 at one time.
I am making 2 at one time. Okay, one. Okay, I need to get some ice.
Shayla said this is fun. Now, is it fun that like what we're doing, or is it fun that I'm like just completely messing with her the entire time she's trying to make this drink?
All right, so we're gonna do 1/2 ounce vodka.
Vodka. You have to say it with the. You have to hold your
Is
goose.
the glass like in the picture?
Yes, the glasses are actually right in frame.
1.
Is it 2 ounces?
No, it's 1/2 ounce.
You're over pouring, Jackie.
No, I'm not. I took a sip. Okay.
No, we do actually have one more after we do this drink. We do have one more book, so stay tuned.
Yeah, we're about to get crunk up in here. Okay, and then 1 ounce of this. How do you say this?
Chamois. Say it, Jack.
Chamois.
Woo! Say it all fancy like. So you can do a whole ounce of that, right?
I probably didn't need to buy 3 of these.
You bought 3 of
that's
those?
about an ounce. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
You're probably gonna have to shake that twice.
Shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay, and then 1/2 ounce of cranberry juice.
So that means an ounce of cranberry juice.
a bachelor's degree. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, well,
I didn't know you had a whole bachelor's
I
degree.
have a whole ass bachelor's degree. It may
A
be
whole ass.
It may be from Cal State East Bay, but it's a bachelor's degree.
Chimois.
Shake it, shake it.
She said, "Should we have poison control on speed dial?"
Oh. Okay. This looks like a crime scene.
Huh? Yeah, I know. Right?
This looks like a crime scene.
Is it just like red liquid all over the place?
Yeah. Not all over the place, just in the glass.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then oh shit.
That's what I was saying. You're running out of space because
No,
I
I
saying,
put an ounce in. I was only supposed to put a half an ounce.
yeah, but you're doing double, aren't you?
No. Should I pour it out? I'm not pouring.
No.
I'm pouring it out.
It was only supposed to be a half ounce of Chambois too.
John. It's supposed to be a half an ounce.
Yeah, and you put a whole ounce of Chambois in there. I thought you were doing double at once.
It's just gonna be extra cranberry.
Oh, I love cranberry juice.
You know what I could do?
Shake it and then do the rest.
Yes. That's what I'll do. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. We're not professionals.
We're not professionals. Oh, and I forgot the fucking grenadine.
No, I mean you can put the grenadine and the lemon juice in after, right?
Yeah.
Especially since you're gonna be doing like a full ounce of each of them.
Well, shit. Okay. Anybody?
Because you're only supposed to do a half ounce of vodka, right?
No, I did everything. I did everything right up until the cranberry juice. I put a whole ounce. I was supposed to do a half an ounce.
Okay.
That's the only thing that's off.
Well, you did a whole ounce of Chambois too.
It was supposed to be a whole ounce.
Oh, I thought you said it was supposed to be a half ounce of Chambois.
No. So I'll just do this.
It already looks very bloody.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. You know what you do is you only pour half of it out. Pour the rest of the ingredients in.
I know this, man.
And you know this, man. All right, what we got? She said, make good choices. She wasn't ready. No.
Okay. So I need to
You got to pour some out for the homies. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Okay, half an ounce.
Shaken, not stirred.
Half an ounce. It's okay. I can pivot.
Pivot. Pivot. Make sure you put the cap on. It's gonna get all over the place.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm just making fun of the fact that that smile. I'm making fun of the fact that you that you put a fizzy drink in there last time and it got all over the place.
It's stuck.
Oh no, you broke it.
Shit.
Shit, those glasses look good. Very well seasoned. It's not working out well.
Because it's stuck.
Want me to help you?
No, I got it.
You have to use your muscles.
Well, at least if I cut myself, it'll blend in.
Do now. I wonder if this is what Gangrel used to drink.
Who?
Gangrel.
Who's that?
He's a wrestler.
Oh.
He's the dude that ran the Brood. Smile. There you go. Such a pretty smile. You're such a pretty girl.
I just realized that's going to be on the internet forever.
Yes, it is.
And again, any of these cocktails you can, if you're living a sober life
Or you're in recovery or anything like that, please do not feel pressure to add any of the alcoholic beverages. You can sub it out. You can leave it out, or you could sub it out for like seltzer water or something.
Right.
I don't know, use your best judgment.
right. I'm gonna have to reach over the
I don't
bar
think
here.
I've ever had this chambode crap.
Chambois. Isn't it a wine?
Oh, that's good. It's a black raspberry liqueur. I like it.
Oh, this is amazing.
I like it. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Oh yes.
If you like, I love raspberry. This is really good. You could do it with or without the sugar. I could probably do this without the sugar. This is another one where it said they recommended you putting a dry ice in it.
Right.
But it's all spooky. But I mean, we're doing it. It's fine.
Black raspberry and proud.
Hmm?
Black raspberry and proud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm black raspberry and proud.
That's pretty good.
It's really.
I like the you can definitely taste like the raspberry component to it.
Right, Darren. You can definitely have some. You just got to make your way all the way back out to Sacramento with no car.
I really like that.
It's really good.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and continue to drink the blood.
I'm gonna clean up. So what do we have? We have one last book, the one that everybody is here to hear about. We're like 4 hours in at this point.
2.5. It's no longer than our average episode.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not worried. I don't really. Do you think that? So this was 9 grams of sugar versus the other one was 19 grams of sugar. Do you think you're missing anything?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely
It tastes
not.
delicious. Darren said he's gonna come to our house for a party. He'll be here in 15 minutes.
Okay. We'll make some popcorn for you.
Yeah, we'll have popcorn ready for you, bro.
This is really good.
I like it.
I knew this was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be this good.
Guys, this is very sexy.
It's different because of the raspberry, I feel like. Okay, do we want to go over the rest of the decor stuff?
Sure, because if you want to hold off on the book to the end.
Yeah, because that's kind of what I really want to talk about. I'd like to end
wow.
on the book.
Yeah. Shayla said she's to be honest, she's been wanting to watch the podcast for a while, for like weeks now, but this is her first time she's been able to. It's funny because it's a special.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're
There's
available
no
tomorrow,
Monday
Shayla.
night or Thursday night foosball on.
Yeah. Shayla, if you're available tomorrow, we're having Jordan C. Fong on tomorrow. And he's gonna be talking his art, he's gonna be talking the volunteer work that he does. He's also a professor, an art professor. So I mean, a lot of cool things that he does. That'll be fun. Plus, I'm starting the question box for Mario 64 out of Legos.
I don't know what bracket we're gonna do yet. I haven't come up with one yet.
Yeah.
I'll try to find a Halloween bracket. What do you think?
Either Halloween or actually Halloween would probably be best bet.
Okay.
I was thinking we want to probably do a Disney one for next week's episode. Mainly because Bethany's coming back on.
Okay.
And she had a whole crap ton of fun when we did our Disney one.
You know who's trying to do a cosplay?
Who?
Joanna.
Really? My cousin Joanna wants to do a cosplay?
She's trying to collect all the pieces for Mary from Hocus Pocus
Nice.
for Halloween. Maybe not cosplay, but for Halloween. She said the costumes are too expensive, so she's trying to collect the pieces for Mary.
Yeah, I'm making your own cosplay is better anyways. It's more creative.
Stephanie.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna finish out the decor.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that much more to the decor. I'm not like, I'm not a maybe I am a capitalist, but I am very anti-crap. But
Why am I face down on the counter right now? I'm not even that drunk.
I don't know.
Like James is fine. For some reason, I'm face down.
Him and Spot are friends.
James and Spot are friends.
So I just have a couple of more like decor things. So we went over the Hocus Pocus sweater, the shirt that I'm wearing today.
Her pun that she just put up right now
Yes.
will work for you very well.
What?
Sadly, we almost crap.
This is another decor thing. It's a beer can koozie.
And she's
says-
drinking some booze.
Well, this is what I originally opened up. This is Pilgrim Water, aka beer. It says, "I'm here for the booze." Does
love
anybody
it.
else out there know that the Pilgrims landed at Pilgrim Rock because they ran out of beer? Anybody else know that? Nope. Well, I'm gonna tell you.
All right, Darren, this is my third glass, by the way.
So water on ships does not last. It mildews, it goes bad. So back in the day on ships, they would have some very they would have beer on ships, very mild beer, because beer has some antiseptic qualities.
Mhm.
Doesn't go bad as fast as regular water does in barrels. And so the Pilgrims landed at Pilgrim Rock because they ran out of beer, aka they ran out of water.
Fun fact: back in the day, a lot of workers, their wages, like a lot of workers, were paid in beer
And salt.
and salt.
Yes. Okay. So some other decor things. I don't have too many other things that I've already shared.
She said the Pilgrims rock.
Okay, Bethany.
No, that's Shayla.
Oh, Shayla. Now, why did I say Bethany?
I don't know.
Sorry. Okay.
That's insulting.
It is salt. I'm sorry. That's where the term salary comes from. It comes from the word salt. I learned that. I went to, if you ever find yourself in Poland, I recommend the Krakow salt mines. You'll learn a lot more than you ever thought you would want to know about salt mines. Okay. So moving right along with rounding out our holiday Halloween decor. What?
Shayla said Bethany is her other personality.
Oh, Jesus.
She just let us know she has DID.
Okay.
Right next to Anastasia.
Oh, no.
She one of her cosplays. That's actually what we met her doing, is Anastasia, the Wicked Stepsister.
Oh.
Yeah.
From the Brandy version?
I think Anastasia was also in the original Cinderella, wasn't she?
Yep. What is Drizelda
That's the other one.
and Anastasia?
Yeah.
Okay. So just to round out our Halloween decor, this is something very simple. It is actually from the Target dollar spot. It's $5 for 2 little dish towels. So this front one just says Happy Halloween, and it has some pumpkins on it. And then the one you get with it is kind of just like a pumpkin pattern that has some gourds.
Some gourds.
With oh my gourds.
Oh my gourd.
Anyway, so you can pick these up at pretty much any Target, dollar spot, if you are at all interested. Like I was saying earlier, I really wanted to get Philippe and I matching Halloween pajamas. It didn't quite.
She said it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It didn't quite work out because when I found the Stormtrooper pajamas, I was like, these were meant for Philippe. I need to get them for him. But these pajamas were something that when I was thinking of pajamas that I wanted to get, festive pajamas, this is what I really had in mind.
Shayla, you said finally. I don't know if you've been paying attention. Pretty much every pun you've said has made her laugh.
I will say, Shayla, I'm really bad in the sense of I went to a Gabriel Iglesias show. You know, Fluffy. And I went to a show, and I will think things are clever, and I'll be like, wow, that's clever, but I don't really laugh. And he called me out. He's like, so my jokes aren't funny enough for you? And I was like, no, they're funny. And he's like, why aren't you laughing? And I was like, because I think they're clever. Like, I just don't like, unless somebody's getting hurt, I'm not laughing. It's bad. I know. Like, not seriously hurt. Not seriously hurt, but anyway. Okay, so I'm finishing out my Disney or finishing out my Halloween pajama picks. This is what I really had in mind when I was looking for pajamas, matching pajamas. So I think I'm going to keep these ones for myself. They're fleece. I thought they were going to be like really hot and thick. They're not. They're pretty thin. I don't know how hot they would be. But yeah, so that's these. I think I'm going to keep these for myself.
These pajamas led all the way up to something that I know Darren's probably been waiting for me to do all night.
What?
Right? Oh boy, I'm a pumpkin.
They do come in women's sizes and men's sizes. Like I said, I did get some for Philippe, but the Jedi ones sort of fit his personality a little bit better. Don't do this at home, folks.
Yeah, definitely do not play with knives at home, kids.
These are
We're untrained professionals.
These are the pants to it. So they are super cute. I'm probably gonna wear them on Halloween when we give out like Halloween candy and stuff like that. They are cute. I just don't think Philippe's gonna have the matching ones. I did buy the matching ones for him. But like I said, we're very anti-crap. So he only gets one set of Halloween pajamas, and the Jedi ones are it.
Your mom said, do they come in mom sizes?
I thought she bought some. I sent them to her, and she asked me if I wanted them, and I said I already bought some.
Julie, didn't you buy some already? Okay. Ha! Time to get some pajamas.
I don't really have anything else. The only other thing I have is this is actually from the Dollar Tree. It's just like they have like these cute little, like, you could use them as cookie tins. You could use them for really anything that you put crap in. It says which way to the party. You could put anything in there.
Welcome to the party.
They're cute. You could put Jim's excellent.
Oh my God.
Caramel holiday corn in here, because
So
our neighbor Jim makes the best caramel corn in existence.
For all of our,
it's so good.
For all of our listeners that listen all the time, and all of our all of our nerds that watch all the time, you guys may be familiar with Tyler Yancey. Jim is his father. Jim makes the best
caramel corn.
He makes it every year from scratch,
it's
and he gives us a tin of it every year.
It's so fresh and buttery, and it's so good. So good.
I want to pay him to make more for us every year. Actually, last year he gave us a double. So
I still have the tins. I'm giving them back so he can make some more this year. Okay. Oh God, Philippe's face down again.
I'm looking at all the things in the chat right here.
What's going on in the chat?
So Shayla was saying, haha, oh boy. Haha, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Darren says one thing is missing: the Mickey ears.
I have Mickey ears. Let me go get them.
Shayla said you put crap in a potty. Let's see, Julie. But babe, she said, "No, you said no, so I forgot about them. I do now. I think she's gonna get some now." Arts and crafts tutorials. Yeah, for the most part, we've got a little bit of that going on here. Shayla, if he made it before Saturday, then maybe we could get you some, but he's probably not gonna have any by Saturday. You will actually get to meet Tyler if you didn't meet Tyler last time. He was the dude that was hanging out at our table. So Tyler will be down there again with us. We're actually going to be doing the W samples this time because we weren't able to do them at the last show. But yeah, we'll have a whole bunch of samples of W there. And there she is. Ta-da!
Have my Mickey ears on.
Layak has her Minnie Mouse ears on.
Okay. So for our finale, we have the pumpkin martini.
Ooh, the pumpkin martini.
And the
last book.
The last book. This is the book that I've spent most of my time reading. This is the one I kind of teased. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's centered.
Yes.
Okay. This is the one I spent most of the time teasing about on Monday. No, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Last Thursday. Okay, so let's see.
Darren said yes. Now that's a true nerd.
What?
Because the ears.
The Mickey ears, Minnie ears.
Too bad you can't do the mini voice.
I know. So I'm gonna read the synopsis.
Oh, wait a minute. I've got something for this. The problem when I say I've got something for this is because I'm pressing the button and it's not going. Synopsis.
For Ghostland, what is this called? It says Ghostland: An American History and Haunted Places by Colin Dickey. What I really like about this book is it not only takes you to a bunch of different haunted places. It also gives you a lot of different angles. So the book is split up into 3 parts. First part is haunted houses. Second part is haunted places. And the third part is haunted institutions and asylums. And
that's the one that scares me the most.
And what I really like about it is that it talks about all the different angles about these different institutions. And it's just so fascinating to me. And it's such a good read. It really is. And I could very easily tell you everything and all the parts that I love about this book. But the best way that I can sell it is by reading a description from the internet to kind of buy you in
on the interwebs.
In the interwebs. So Goodreads says an intellectual feast for fans of offbeat history. We all know that I love my history. Ghostland takes readers on a road trip through some of the country's most infamously haunted places and deep into the dark side of our history. Colin Dickey is on the trail of America's ghosts. Crammed into old houses and hotels, abandoned prisons and empty hospitals, the spirits that linger continue to capture our collective imagination. But why? His fascination piqued by a house hunt in Los Angeles that revealed derelict foreclosures and zombie homes. Dickey embarks on a journey across the continental U.S. to decode and unpack American history depressed in our most famous haunted places. Some have established reputations such as the most haunted mansion in America or the most haunted prison. Others, like the haunted Indian burial grounds in West Virginia, invoke memories from the past our collective nation tries to forget. With boundless curiosity, Dickey conjures the dead by focusing on questions of the living. how do we, the living, deal with stories with ghosts, and how do we inhabit and move through those places that have been deemed, for whatever reason, haunted? Paying attention not only to the true facts behind the ghost story, but also to the ways in which changes to those facts are made and why those changes were made. Dickey paints a version of the American history left out of the textbook. One of the things left undone, crimes left unsolved, spellbinding, scary, and wickedly insightful, Ghostland discovers the past we're most afraid to speak of aloud in the bright light of day is the same past that tends to linger in the ghost stories we whisper in the dark. I really, really enjoyed this book. I highly recommend it. I think there was so many different things that I liked about this book. Specifically, the thing that I mostly want to talk about is so as a part of like this whole special, I tried to listen to the House of Seven Gables.
Yeah.
It's written in such a way that I just didn't understand it. So that's why it didn't really make the cut for me. But the House of the Seven Gables is basically a house. It's an old house in Salem that Nathaniel Hawthorne, who we mostly know as writing the Scarlet Letter, it's a house that his aunt owned and that he spent some time in, and he wrote this house, this book called Houses of the Seven Gables, and the book talks about all the different angles with it and why the thing that's unique about this particular house is inside the central part of the house, there's a stairway that goes like up and around the chimney part of the house. And there's all these different theories on why there's this stairway that goes up there. And one of the theories behind it is that it was made to there's all these different reasons that it talks about, but one of the reasons is it talks about like it was one way for people to like hide from like Native American attacks. But the thing is what the author points out is that wouldn't really matter, because when Native Americans attacked, they burned shit down, so it didn't really matter. But that's still a theory that they talk about, and he just kind of brings to light that like when Native Americans attacked back in the 16th and 17th and 18th century, they burned things down, so it didn't really matter if you had like a safe room in the middle of a house. And it also talks about this particular house that had more than 7 gables. And it talks about how, House of 8 gables and House of 9 gables and House of 6 gables doesn't have the same ring as House of 7 gables. So I tried to read it. I really couldn't follow along with it, just because of the way it was written. I couldn't follow along with it. But if you like or into literary things that are literary pieces of work that are written around that time, then I do suggest reading that book, or at least checking it out, seeing if you're into it, if you haven't already. So that was one of the chapters, is it explores the facts and the lore behind this particular house.
Shayla saying, now wait, is that the same as Green Gables?
No, different. And so one of the things I was most excited to share about this book is us people from the Bay Area. I've never been to, but I have heard about the Winchester Mystery House. And how many people in the chat have heard about the Winchester Mystery House? And what is your understanding of the Winchester Mystery House? I think it was Cam kind of shared when we were on last week.
He talked about like kind of what he knows about it and everything like that.
Okay. So while everybody is sharing their piece of it, do you want to work on the last drink and then
Absolutely.
I can talk about it? Okay.
Yeah. So guys, just let us know what you know about
and even if you are listening to this in the future, Before you listen to the rest of this, I encourage you to kind of answer that question for yourself. Like, what is if you're familiar with the Winchester Mystery House, what is your understanding of it? And I want you to kind of establish what that is before you listen to the rest of it. So I'm going to take this time and I'm going to put together this last drink. And I just want you to think about that because, to me, it was, I had one understanding of it my entire life. And then I read this book and I was like, holy crap. Like, that's a whole nother way of looking at this. And it kind of blew my mind. So as you guys are talking amongst yourself, I'm going to get all the stuff together for our last and final drink.
Yeah. So Julie said, I've been there.
Apparently my dad peed in one of the closets, but
I mean,
he might have made that up.
Shayla said she's heard of it. Don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far. Darren said Winchester Mystery House is haunted. Yes,
How
need
is it
more
haunted?
drinks for this.
How is it haunted? Ask them. How is it?
So Jackie's asking, in what way is it haunted, Darren? Shayla said that's the house that has no doors, right?
Maybe. I've never heard of that, though. I've never been there.
We've never been there. Darren says he needs more drinks and he can answer the question.
Working on it.
So the next drink, guys, we mentioned it before, but we're doing a, was it pumpkin
The last drink is a
Pumpkin martini? Pumpkin martini. Shayla says it's not adorable.
It's not adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because there's no doors. Yeah.
Shayla needs to quit her day job. I think she's found her calling.
You can be the most puntastic person in existence.
You're so funny.
You're so funny. You may have to fight Elena Jordan for that title, though, because Elena Jordan is at least in Hollywood, she's known as the Queen of Puns. So I gotta have Elena Jordan back on the show. It's been a while. I think she would have fun with you, Jackie, because you weren't on the show when she came on last time.
So I'm cheating with the graham cracker crust. So when a couple of weeks ago, I made this. I made this green apple, like that dip that I was saying with cream cheese and caramel. I didn't really like the graham cracker crust. I just liked that by itself. So I saved the graham cracker crust. So I'm gonna recycle these, and so So in order to make this the pumpkin martini, you're gonna mix the graham cracker crust with pumpkin spice, sugar, and then you take that, and then you take the Irish cream, and you do Irish cream, then the graham cracker crust, and you put that in the freezer, and then you make the rest of the cocktail.
Nice. So Darren says what he knows is noises and ghost appearances on the news.
Okay.
Shayla saying again, my dream is to be a Jungle Cruise skipper.
Okay.
She wants to be a skipper on a Jungle Cruise.
Oh no, James fell in this thing.
Why would you let James fall in the sink? His glasses are falling off.
What are his glasses?
Shayla said, I'm the queen of puns in my small pond. Your mom says, oh, she said her boss had a seance there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Winchester is an old lady ghost, I think.
Okay.
From Darren. He said he's not sure though.
Okay. So just to kind of refresh some people's memory, so Winchester rifle. When Sarah Winchester was the wife of, I cannot think of the guy's name right now. So long story short, there was a guy with the last name Winchester. He bought out, believe it or not, a firearms company owned by Smith & Wesson. He bought them out and created Winchester rifles. Smith & Wesson then went on to create their own.
William Wirt Winchester.
William. Oh, was it William? I can't remember. I just know it's Winchester. Anyway, so him and Sarah. So then So Winchester bought the rifle company from Smith and Wesson. Smith and Wesson then moved on to create their own firearm company. But the Winchester rifle is known as the rifle that won the West.
The West. Mhm.
And
Winchester repeating rifle.
the son of the original owner married Sarah Winchester. They had a daughter. Their daughter died in infancy, and Winchester died 15 years later. And that's kind of where our story begins. So I'm going to finish putting this together. Again, keep kind of putting out your guys' understanding while I continue to put this together.
Yeah, so the Winchester repeating rifle. They don't make these mechanisms anymore. I think they make them for like show and whatnot, but these are the ones where you would have the rifle, almost like Terminator 2, the shotgun that he had, where he could like basically charge it from the bottom of the rifle. That's the Winchester, kind of like the signature Winchester rifle charge.
Isn't that what the Native Americans had, and that's how they beat Custer?
Yeah, they had a
Yeah,
bunch
the
of Winchester
repeaters.
rifles. Yeah, Winchester rifles. Even to this day, Winchester rifles are they're really fast as far as like the way you can reload them, because the whole idea was, this is before you had gas blowback and automatic rifling. The idea was you could put a whole bunch of rounds, and I want to say they used pistol repeaters on them, right? And the idea was you could charge on the bottom of the rifle and it would load the next round, and then you can shoot and it would discharge and load at the same time. It's basically the idea behind how gas blowback works in a lot of these in modern rifles.
Okay.
Going back over here. Oh, I was wrong. I got it backwards. It has 2,000 doors and 10,000 windows.
So the Winchester Mystery House used to actually be bigger before the 1906 earthquake. It was bigger.
And Darren saying, so are we talking about the history of the ghost that's in the mansion?
No, we're just establishing everybody's understanding. Because I'm gonna blow your socks off.
She said, so do they know how to take charge? The rifles. So who's the ghost in the haunted mansion? We're gonna talk about that here in a moment. Man.
So this was about 2 tablespoons of graham cracker, 1 tablespoon of sugar,
God, I can
and
smell it from here.
a 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin spice.
Mm-hmm. Your mom explaining to everybody here. So there's stairs to nowhere.
She is the elder of the bunch.
Yeah, right. She's saying there's stairs to nowhere, doors opened up to reveal walls.
There's only one stair to nowhere, and that's.
But I
we'll
mean,
get
that's
to that.
But I'm saying that's the understanding that people have, Darren saying people actually spend the night in the mansion to find out if it's haunted. I wouldn't stay there if they paid me. And then Shayla, I know about it because I saw someone remake it on The Sims.
So we're gonna do a little Irish cream,
A little bit Irish whiskey.
on the plate because we're gonna use it as a sticking point.
Hold on, boy.
That wasn't smart.
Is it derivative of a Hispanic person singing as an Irishman?
Should have used a bigger plate.
Have you heard about the Clown Hotel?
What the hell?
Yeah, that already sounds like
Now
something.
tell me that don't look sexy.
That's badass.
that looks
Hold that up
sexy.
to the camera a little bit more. Look at that. She said she's Irish. We need more ginger.
We need more mead.
Needs more cowbell.
Okay. Now I have to put these in the freezer. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's not going to fit in our freezer. You're going to have to pull some stuff out. She said, ooh, it's 3D. No, she's talking about the glasses. Your butt is pretty 3D, though. She said the Clown Hotel is in Nevada next to a cemetery.
What is?
The Clown Hotel in Nevada next to a cemetery. That sounds like a lot of fun. By fun, I mean like a place that I would not want to go. There's a mansion in Tennessee right now where they're I'm not sure. I know I was reading about how there's this mansion in Tennessee where they will give you $20,000 if you can spend 8 hours in the mansion, and no one's been able to do it. They said the most that anybody's been able to spend in that mansion was 6 hours.
Wow, where's it at?
In Tennessee. I'm not sure. I just remember reading about it the other day. It's like, you know, they're willing to give you $20,000 if you can spend 8 hours in this mansion, and the longest that anybody's been able to do was 6 hours. Are they good at tennis? No. Oh, I see.
Okay. What do we got left?
Yeah, actually make the liquor.
Okay, good. I thought I totally screwed this up. Okay.
But you didn't.
Okay, so you hush.
Oi, shut your mouth, huh? Shut your fucking mouth. Jackie said liquor.
Okay, so everybody's established their understanding of Winchester. So the lore, you want to tell them the lore behind it while I finish this up?
The lore meaning like all like her as a
That
her job,
she
that the thing
that
she wanted to do.
one of the theories is that she built this mansion. So the mansion is located in San Jose, California, which is technically in the Bay Area.
That is in the Bay Area.
The mansion started off as a farmhouse that Sarah, I believe, built to live in with her family, her maternal, like her family, after her husband died. And she just kept adding and adding on and adding on. And the theory behind adding on to the mansion to be this ginormous mansion that it is today. And the popular theory behind this mansion building is that all of the ghosts that were killed by Winchester rifles were haunting her and telling her to build this mansion. And that's why it got as big as it did. That's one of the theories. Ultimately, she was known as like this, like, you know, not eclectic, but like this, she was known as to be like
Eccentric.
An eccentric lady. And she had so much money.
I mean, yeah, you have the most successful rifle of the 1800s.
Yes.
You know, of course, you're going to be a equivalent of a billionaire.
Sorry, I have to concentrate.
She said so. She was ghosted.
Basically. Okay, so we want to do 1/4 ounce of vanilla vodka.
Oh, come on. He's make believe. Darren said, is Casper a real ghost or is he make believe?
He's real. He's a real guy.
I'm a real boy.
Okay. So we have 1/2 ounce of vanilla vodka. I just got this little like sample size Smirnoff vanilla. I was just grateful to find a sample size.
A 1/2 ounce or a 1 ounce?
1/2 ounce. I forgot to put ice. Shit. I'm going to say that's a 1/2 ounce. It's a little light, but.
The whole bottle is 1/2 ounce?
It's probably like 1 ounce of water, but it's not worth it.
So you're doing two servings in that right now?
No, it's 1 serving.
I thought you said it was only a 1/2 ounce.
A 1/2 ounce. That's all I've been doing. I'm not trying to get like ripped in the club.
But I mean, if it's supposed to be a 1/2 ounce, you just put double.
It's an ounce and a half.
Oh, okay.
I'm sober enough to do that.
No, because I heard you say 1/2 ounce, and I was like, so you're putting double?
No, I'm just dumb. No, I just can't talk. No, it's an ounce and a half of vanilla vodka, and then an ounce and a half.
Hello, poison control.
An ounce and a half of Irish cream. Okay, an ounce and a half of Irish cream.
Of Irish cream.
Is that the joke now about being poison control? I might need to open up 2 of these. One. Yeah. What's everybody saying in the chat?
After that whole glass of cocktails, everything will become real, including ghosts. Yeah.
Okay.
Shayla said, "I'm creamy."
And then one, oh my god, then there's still pumpkin puree.
Yeah, nah. Well, that shaker's not big enough.
Yes, it is. I'll just take some ice out. It's fine. I don't know how I'm gonna get it out, but
One cube at a time.
welcome to the shit show, guys. Okay.
Welcome to the shit
No,
show.
it's only one half tablespoon. One.
Shake and bake.
Oh crap. Okay, I think there's 3 teaspoons and a tablespoon. Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon? I think it's 3.
1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons.
So you need 1.5.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm gonna do math. That's 1 tablespoon.
You did a whole tablespoon?
1.5 tablespoons. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I got this. Okay.
¿Y qué más?
Okay, no, that's it.
Shaken, not stirred.
Okay, we're good.
I like my cocktails shaken, not stirred.
You get what you get. Okay.
And you will
Hold
get an
on.
ass whooping.
Let me make sure that there's like no like. Oh,
She said, "Alexa, play Desperado."
Desperado. Why don't you? There's supposed to be 1. Okay, I'm losing.
Darren said, "Wow, this is a rated R Halloween,"
How so?
because I've said like 2 cuss words.
Oh, how is it any different than? Okay, I forgot the.
Not
pumpkin
suitable for
spice.
children to watch.
I'm eyeballing this.
My name is Bond.
There's a
James
lot.
Bond.
Okay. Put that. Oh, it smells good.
And Shayla said, "Get a girl."
Get it. Get it. I don't know where the lid went.
Yeah, it's like the 4th time you lost it.
Hey, you're supposed to keep track of it.
She's gonna hit me with that domestic violence.
No domestic violence. Shit.
Darren said he's impressed that I can do Sean Connery.
Okay. I'm not interested.
Because it's not my job to do that.
I haven't even moved.
You keep losing it. Oh my god. She said you need to put a lid on it.
All right.
Pretty damn good smile. I like it.
How does that look, guys? That looks pretty good.
Pretty. You know what that looks like? You know what that looks like? Horchata.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, that looks amazing.
Look at that.
I'm ready for my apple pie.
All right.
In a
Then-
glass.
Now we're going to talk about how Sarah Winchester was not crazy.
That looks delicious. I'm so excited right now. Babe. It looks so good.
It's so good.
It looks so good.
She thick.
Oh yeah, she thick. She real thick. She thicker than a snicker.
All right.
You gonna give me the baby one?
Yeah, you got the baby one.
Okay. Ugh.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna tell you why Sarah Winchester was not crazy. Right after this.
A little heavy on the vodka, but it's good.
It's not. It tastes like eggnog. It's like pumpkin nog. I like it. I like it.
Shayla said she can do Mickey too. She said it looks like an iced coffee. Darren said, okay, things are going to get weird after this.
Things are going to bed after this.
Yeah, Shayla said it's Tatooine in a cup.
How so?
I don't know.
It's the only way I can get Philippe to eat a vegetable. I like it.
It's good.
If I had this at a fancy restaurant, I would feel fancy. All right. Back to Sarah Winchester.
Hi, I'm weird.
So here's what the book
No,
presents.
it's not cocoa rum. This is vodka in this.
It's Irish cream, vanilla vodka, and not coconut, pumpkin puree. I like it. It tastes like an apple pie.
It's very good.
I gotta put the meatballs back in the refrigerator. But so the thing with the book proposes is that Sarah Winchester, crazy old lady, lives in mansion in San Jose, builds stairways to nowhere, doorways that go nowhere, things that don't make any sense. So one of the things that it proposes is that maybe she wasn't a crazy old lady. Maybe she was just an amateur architect in a time where a woman wanting to be an architect labeled her as crazy.
Right.
And I think that's honestly what I was excited to share, is that this woman who was interested in architecture, because she did all this design herself.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when she first moved into the house, she hired 2 architects and then fired them. And she did all the architecture herself. And that's the one stairway that goes to nowhere. It was just an architectural mistake. It was an error. It was an error that she made she was an amateur architect. If she would have wanted to go to school to be an architect, they would have laughed at her.
Yeah.
She had all this money to just do it on her own. And so she did. And so she wasn't crazy. Because at the time, if you were a woman and wanted to be an architect, you were labeled as crazy.
Right.
And
Shayla's saying that sounds like an interesting take on it, and she likes the theory.
And that's why I was like so excited about when I read that, because I had always learned that she was some crazy old lady who lived in a big old mansion in San Jose. And I read this book and I was like, all she really was an amateur architect. She had some crappy things that happened to her and she was interested in architecture. So she just did it. She just did it.
Yeah.
And at the time, a woman interested in architecture was labeled as crazy. And I think that shows how far we've come and just how far we have to go. It also talks about in the book, there's a Toys R Us that is haunted in Sunnyvale.
I've been to that Toys R Us.
And it talks about why it's haunted, I guess, back when it was a ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Some ranch hand got murdered there.
Oh, wow.
And it talks about that. It talks about how like it talks about that. And then what else does it talk about? I'm trying to remember. It talks about I'm trying to think of what else.
Sorry. That's not at all what that story was at all, Darren. He said so. She thought she was threatened by ghosts at a museum. I'm like, I don't know where you got that from. That's
So like I would say like today the Winchester Mystery House is considered a museum, I guess. But back when Sarah Winchester was alive, she died in 1922. It was her house. It was just her home, and she just kept building. She kept adding on to her house. And the story now is that like one of the theories is that the ghosts of all the people that were killed by the Winchester rifle were like telling her that she needed to keep building her house. But one of the theories that this book talks about is that she was just an amateur architecture student who wouldn't have been given the time of day at the time to be an architecture student. So she just took her money and she just practiced on her own house.
right. Kind of how tattoo artists tattoo themselves. They practice on themselves in order to hone their craft.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like you want to be an architect and you're not given the chance to do something like that. You're going to draft things yourself. You're going to practice them on your own home.
Yeah. So it really talks about the lore behind all of these places. And it's, you know, rather than doing like a deep dive into one certain place, it just talks about all these different, like very commonly known haunted places across the US. And it just kind of gives you all these different takes on it in it talks about the Queen Mary.
Shayla said this just makes so much more sense now.
What?
The theory that you're talking.
Yeah. I feel like it makes more sense that she just was interested in architecture. And because it would be crazy for a girl to be into architecture, they just made her seem to be eccentric.
And nowadays, I mean, like anything out there, some of the best architects in the world are women.
It talks about like an architecture, a woman architect. It also talks about that. But anyways, so I recommend Ghostland. I also recommend it as one of those sometime during this month, if you wanted to get into the spirit of Halloween and ghostly places, but not be too freaked out. I would recommend maybe reading a chapter or so a day to kind of help you get into that Halloween spirit, and also kind of take a little bit of just kind of get into like the history of different places. It's not super creepy. It's very like factual. It just kind of puts out all the different facts and kind of lets you just presents all the different facts. That's the reason why I really like it. It's called Ghostland, An American History of Haunted Places by Colin Dickey. This is my number one pick, what I spent a lot of time reading. And I would recommend this as a read for getting into the holiday spirit. So this is my number one pick for books, at least.
Darren, so yes, that was the whole thing that she was explaining, that she did design the entire house. And then yeah, it does actually kind of sound like a movie title.
Ghostland?
Ghostland.
It talks about all different kinds of places. It talks about houses. It talks about institutions. It talks about prisons, asylums. The one of the places that it talks about is there is in, I think it's somewhere back east in like one of the original colonies. It talks about there is a prison that across the street from it is an ancient like Indian burial ground. And it kind of talks about that and how the prison and the inmates have had a lot to do with like preserving that culture, or at least keeping it alive.
Right.
So it talks about that. I don't know. It's more than just telling ghost stories. It's talking about the different like facts, and just like the different things that have to do with, it just talks about all these different kinds of things. Its intention is not to spook you or scare you. I mean, some of it is a little creepy, just in general, but its intention is not to spook you or scare you. It's more so like a history deep dive and just like a different take on some things that you thought that you known in the past, known about the past, I should say. So I think we are tapped out.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
We
think
have talked
that's what
about
we have it.
everything that we were going to talk about. We have, just to do a recap.
Darren, so the Indian Burial Ground's not connected to the mansion at all. It's just another haunted place in the United States.
Yes, so it talks about all these different kind of places. That was just the particular one that I was familiar with. That when I heard the different take on it, I was like, wow, this is like a different way to think about it. But it talks about all different kinds of things.
But yeah, guys, I think that's what we have for the day.
Yep. That's our Halloween special.
That's our Halloween special. Now, guys, please, if you have any other takes, if you have anything else that you want to bring up, if you have a book recommendation, you have a movie recommendation, you have a drink recommendation, a snack recommendation,
or if you try any one of our recommendations, then feel free to post it in the Distance Nerdington post. We'd be happy to see what your experience is. And then also it is sort of my intention, at least, is, you know, some of us, especially with like COVID, even though COVID's like winding down or ramping up, depending on where you're at, is, you know, some of us, you know, may be a little bit more, you know, we may be doing Halloween and celebrating Halloween on our own. We may be doing it with other people, but regardless of how we're celebrating it, we are still celebrating it together by maybe trying a drink or trying a snack or
Right.
reading a book or watching a movie. And then we can come together on the Distance Nerdington post and we can talk about our experience and we can share our experiences, and sort of be a community and nerd together.
nerd together. Shayla, I 100% am expecting you to make that the pumpkin dip and tell me how much
I'm
you
about
like
to
it.
eat it when we get off. I'm not gonna stuff my face on the camera, but it's happening.
But yeah, guys, that's it from us. Now, of course, like we just mentioned, anything that you want to tell us, you have anything you want to discuss, let us know in the Distance Nerdington post. Outside of that, guys, I think it's time for the dance party because I'm pretty tapped out.
Yeah, I am. I'm ready to go to bed and eat
Yeah.
some pumpkin pie dip
Some pumpkin pie dip,
and some popcorn.
some popcorn, and some pumpkin pie dip.
can't get
Darren is pretty much recommending every Stephen King movie he ever made, so he's just putting all the names for every Stephen King movie.
Philippe's never seen The Shining.
I have not.
We may have to watch that.
Shayla said, "Can you post the recipe?"
Yes, we will go ahead and we'll post all of this on the Distance Nerdington post. I'll post all of the movie recommendations, book recommendations. I'll post all of the apparel, where I got that. All of the what else did we talk about? Drinks. I'll post all of the drinks. We'll post it all in the Distance Nerdington post.
100%, guys. So yeah, that's actually a good idea. Darren said it's a spooky dance party, so I'm pretty sure Jackie's gonna dance with Spot, but here we go. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, because it is the end of the night. It's time for the dance party. So let's go ahead and get this going. And of course, we're gonna start with Jack and Spot.
Distance nerding.
Spot is the best dancer. Oh, that's right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Jersey Farm.